Trying to go on live here. Setting up. So just getting ready here. I'm going to put my light on. Okay. Let's see here. Where can I get this? I gotta get this in. What's that? That doesn't have anything to do with anything, does it? Ah. Lights. Cameras, action. Let's see, can I get up a bit higher here? You get the right light. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm here. Hello? Hello, anybody's out there? It's me. Shalom. Salam. Hello. Bonjour. Buenos dias. Internationale. Todos le monde. Hein? Yeah, here we are. Starting the weekend. Let's see, this is kind of bright, isn't it? Let's see, let's get this down here. How's that? It's a little bit more cozy. How's my hair? It's a selfie video. Let's see, I didn't have a mirror, so I'll use this for a mirror. Get my makeup on. Maybe we can start with a smile. It's hard. We put some music on. I'm going to put some really good music on. First, I'm going to put the music on. Let's get organized. Music, makeup, introduction, thoughts, no thoughts, English, French. I speak it all. Let's see. Pantomime. Oh my God. What a strange life. Oh, here's a little bit of makeup. I don't have any makeup on. I wanted to get on here right away. Hello. Look. Peace and love, man. Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Je suis là pour faire le Shabbat Shalom, et c'est un peu en retard, c'est le Shabbat Shalom universel, parce que le soleil il se disparaît de partout, il revient de partout. Ici, là où je suis, le soleil est déjà tombé et le troisième étoile est déjà sorti. Par contre, je me donne des possibilités de c'est pas une transgression, je veux pas dire ça, mais je vais transgresser un petit peu des règles du Shabbat pour pouvoir faire un Shabbat pour tout le monde qui est là. So I'm going to speak in English and in French, and if you don't understand, don't worry to please let me know if you want to understand, because I want you to understand. And I may speak something in English, one thing in French and another, because it's not all the same story in this, you know what I mean? It's kind of like there's things you see in French and you see it. I love it. I see people are coming on. Yeah, people are showing up. Oh my God. I'm so happy. I see they come, they go. I don't know if they should. I shouldn't look. I shouldn't look if people are here or not. I should pretend to my mind that I'm in connection with the entire world. the entire universe. I want to get in touch with the universe. I want us all to get in touch with the universe together, and I want to light the Shabbat candles. And I didn't put the music on. You know, I'm just such a clown that I can't even prevent myself from my own auto-derision. You know, I can't stop it in my own life. And so thank God I was a clown. I'm still a clown, but I mean a clown. I studied it, I lived it. And you know clown. Yes. Thank you. I'm being told Shabbat Shalom. Somebody said my life is good. It is good. I have to say, I appreciate everything that is good. I kind of count my blessings every day as much as I possibly can. I'm still waiting for people to get online. Please share this video, get it around so that we can get this thing going. I'm so revved up. I'm so revved up about what's going on right now in the world. I had to come on tonight, and I'm tired. Okay, I am so tired of these Democrat stories. You know, this is a bunch of BS. You know, bunch of cacaboudin, cacaboudin. Les histoires de démocrates, c'est cacaboudin. Et je suis démocrate, d'accord? Mais je suis pas démocrate. Cela qui veut détruire tout ce qui est bon dans le monde aujourd'hui. Il veut nous pourrir notre parade. Nous sommes bien aujourd'hui, tout va bien, tout va bien. Et là, il s'en va. Il veut que la pandémie, de la folie, de la colère, de la méchanceté, la toxicité, que ça continue. Et non, moi, je ne veux pas que ça continue. J'en ai marre. Je suis fatiguée. Ça fait des années que j'ai étudié le sujet, que j'essaie de passer le message. Et là, aujourd'hui encore, on a le Syrie, on a 10 000 personnes qui sont massacrées. Et les informations, ils sont même pas en train de le dire. Pratiquement pas, mais qu'est-ce qui va avec ce monde? Non, j'ai dit non. Il faudrait que tout le monde, réveillez-vous maintenant. On ne peut pas continuer comme ça. Excusez-moi, je suis dramatique. Je ne peux pas m'empêcher. C'est... excuse me. C'est chaud. Merde. C'est chaud. C'est chaud. It's the show tonight. It's the Friday night show. I'm here. I'm live. I want to tell you that we cannot wait one more day to live in this lie. Okay? We can't allow it. And I shouldn't be yelling. I shouldn't be so dramatic. I can't help it. But it's true. You bark like a dog first. Okay. Please keep your comments friendly. I don't be constructive, because this is important, all right? You can say whatever you want, but be constructive. You can be right, you can be wrong, you can be for against, but just be constructive, okay? Because we want to do something to build up a positivity that we're not. You know what I feel like? You know what it is? You know what these people are that are trying to take over the world with their nonsense, with their cinema. Peace to the world. Do you know what? These people who vindicated the peace in the world, they are against it. They're trying to stop it. They tried to stop a peace agreement. This is really, really, really opposite. We're in the world of the opposites. It's just not possible to go on, people. And I'm talking to my friends, my families. I do have, in a way, it is families, because when you've been traveling around the world all the time, all your adult life, living abroad, living a man abroad, a dame, a dog abroad. Funny. Ha! Who? I don't know how to do this, guys. You know, I'm not like a professional. I've tried, a professional YouTuber that excuse me, I'm a clown, okay? I'm a clown, and I have been really, really like angry. I haven't wanted to go out and perform for a while, like since the 7th of October. But now I'm not angry anymore at everybody because I understand that it's a whole setup that's been financed and orchestrated by people who want to use the world as pawns so that they can pull across their rotten plans to take to control us. And I think that's terrible. It's just not nice at all, right? Now, how are you, everybody? Are you okay? That's right. I've got the multiple personalities because I'm coming out. I feel as a clown. I feel the personalities of the world. It just comes out of me, like how different people are. And it's like, it's not, that's part of my playing. That's part of my performing. I'm going into characters. But I have observed people and I do go into characters, in and out of characters. That's how I play. Give it a try. See if you can do it. Hello, Ronaldo. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Southern Muffo. Hello, this word. I am not a camel voter. Somebody said I seem like a camel voter. I am not a camel voter. And I'm not riding a camel, and I'm riding a Tesla car, and I'm going really fast. And I have a lot of electricity. And they haven't been burned down. So there. Actually, I, have been reivindicating that people do go out and vote, and that they vote not for Kamala. Okay? Because thank God she didn't win. My God. If you would know how evil this person is. And I don't even know if she knows who she is. I don't even know if she's a person. This person, she has no personality. She's disappeared off the planet. She took her money and took it for the run. People are out there accusing Donald Trump of getting a couple $1 million from, or I don't know how much from Elon Musk for his campaign. But he wasn't like running around with the money he stole from the government, was he? Who was running around with the money from the government? Who lost $20 million that hasn't to account for it? Who paid the stars to endorse her? Kamala Harris did. You look it up. I don't have the double screen fancy thing here, okay? But I can tell you I have been following everything 100% as much as I can. And with my capacity to be able to see into things as a clown and a traveler and a performer and daughter of a psychiatrist. I grew up in a family full of psychiatrists. What do you want? I mean, in the end, I'm a clown and I can analyze things and I see it. And I really, really feel it's important that I get everyone as much as possible to hear what I have to say, to get online with me, to have a conversation about what's going on, because this cannot go on anymore. It cannot go anymore that these people have that money that comes from the deep state government, okay? Les gens, ils ont de l'argent, des gens qui sont en train de dire que c'est horrible, que Trump est riche, et que Elon Musk, il est milliardaire et qu'il est riche et que c'est les oligarques. Mais vous savez que eux, au niveau pouvoir financier du monde, ils représentent que ça. Vous savez que c'est que ça qu'ils ont, eux. Un homme qui est le plus riche du monde n'a pas tout le BlackRock du monde. Vous comprenez? Regardez BlackRock. Regardez qui a l'argent vraiment. Il a arrêté d'accuser quelqu'un qui est arrivé aux États-Unis, jeune, sans zéro argent, qui se construit de A à Z. Arrête d'être jaloux d'un homme qui est intelligent. Quelqu'un que le média de gauche a adoré, donc il aimait. Maintenant, ils n'aiment pas parce qu'ils ne veulent pas qu'on regarde dans leur compte. Pourtant, aujourd'hui, je suis témoin, et je vais le mettre tout à l'heure, d'Obama qui a dit le même discours que Trump, a utilisé son vice-président Biden pour faire exactement le même travail que Elon Musk. La seule chose, c'est qu'il a pris l'argent pour lui, pour du vrai. Vous croyez qu'un homme comme Musk, qui a des capacités de travailler comme un dingue, qui comme ça, par rapport à vous, et tout le monde, qui va mettre de link de son Skylink quand les gens sont en train de crever de mort dans les feux et dans les ouragans que le gouvernement Biden n'a même pas pu secourir. Vous comprenez? I'm going back and forth in English and French because I feel it's a big problem and I haven't lit the candles yet. I'm trying to get as much information as I can across as possible. At the same time, I'm trying to get set up, and it's already been 10 minutes, But I want to get the world. I want this video to get to the world. Listen, guys, we have to understand there is something up here, and I'm afraid that I will get in trouble for what I'm doing right now. Okay, but I'm not. I'm just a clown. I'm just a clown, guys. And that's it, the clown is the king of the world because they in Russia, in Russia, in Soviet Russia, because they say what is not allowed to be said. But no, I'm saying what's not allowed to be said by saying it, and I'm not going to do the mime. I want to get right straight through to you. I see what's going on, and I'm going to repeat myself. You are being lied to by the main media. You are being lied to by the main media. Get it under your skin. They have paid for this. These people that are trying to overturn our democracies have so much money, they can buy the entire media in Hollywood and Disney at the same time. And now they're buckling down because they're afraid they're going to get caught. Comprenez? Huh? You understand what I mean? Okay? Wow. C'est dur. Do you know what? I will be here to help anybody who has suffered from narcissistic manipulator abuse. I know what it is. And I'll tell you one thing. And you can ask me anything about it. If you're wondering, if you're in a narcissistic abuse relationship, just ask me if it's true. Give me the list. I'll tell you yes or no. Okay. I have something on so you can get on with me on screen. I don't exactly know how this thing works, but there's a double screen here. But I'll get this right. I'm just a clown. Hey guys, hey government, hello you puppets up there and down there, and all you people out there who are scheming to overthrow the civilized world. I'm just a clown. Just a clown. Gee, I don't know nothing, man. I never saw nothing in my life. I'm just a silly little clown, right? Do you know what kind of trouble we're in here in Europe? It's better in the States than here. Because Donald Trump is there. Isn't that crazy? I used to think he was disgusting. I did not like the man. I thought he was ugly. I thought he was disgusting. I thought he didn't know how to talk. I couldn't stand to listen to him. They really, really, and then I realized they have really done a job on getting us to hate this man. Well, you know what? How many people hated Jesus when he was around? How they put him on the cross, and they blamed the Jews. They didn't even know who he was on the cross. They didn't have television. Jeez, and I want to tell you something. I think it is so beautiful what's happening now. Jews and Christians are together now, helping each other. I'm so delighted by that. There's so many heavenly things that are happening, at the same time, that it's like one day you feel like you're just not going to get through the day, and the next day you're like, God, world is waking up. We're heading into something really beautiful, something spiritual. We're already in something spiritual. It's getting to be, people are. I'm Jewish, and I love Jesus, and you know what? I just think it's wonderful that people are waking up to Jesus. If you see Jesus, if it's Jesus for you, it's okay. If Jesus is the Messiah, please come soon. Jesus. Okay, we don't have to fight about ideas. The important thing is the spirituality is believing in the good of man and in values and in respect, values, life, uh, celebration, gratitude. Basic values, and that comes from the Christian Judaism, Judeo-Christian thing. You can call it culture, you can call it religion, you can call it people, you can call it whatever you want. The important thing is that we are all one. And at the moment, the real problem is that the we're being attacked we're being allowed to be attacked by a force that has been built up expressly to do that by the people who are now fighting against Donald Trump. Do you see what I mean? What are all of these attacks? Why are people not going to jail? Why is no uprise? Why are there no police when there are these riots going on? When people are having hate talk? They are how can it be that one day you can put somebody in jail for making a mistake on a pronoun, and the next day it's okay to say death to the Jews? Come on, man. Let's go in, get it down, get on it. You know what I mean? Mom, Dad, people of the world, don't you see that there's something going on, that there's a trickery? And it makes me so upset that they won't listen to me, because I'm 59 years old and I have been traveling around the world since I was 18 years old. I've been back and forth and I've made people laugh all over the world, trying to understand their culture, their politics, their personalities, their life between men and women, their food, etc., etc. And I left the States because I felt something was going to happen. And I wanted to see what's going on. I wanted to have a reality check. I said, reality is not here. Reality is not where you're born. It's not where you grew up. It's not where you went to school. It's where you lived. It's where you've been around the world. It's what you studied. It's, what you think is not the totality of things, and neither it is for me. But I can tell you, I see lots of stories going on, and I can see something similar between them, and then something that's wrong. And what I wanted to say is that what you need to learn. Do you understand me? Who speaks French? Est-ce que quelqu'un parle français? Si vous comprenez pas, levez la main. Je veux qu'on me comprenne. So, les gens ne comprennent pas la différence entre la narrative et la réalité. La narrative et la vérité. La narrative est ce qui se passe derrière les scènes. C'est ça. Les gens ne savent pas la différence parce que c'est très subtil. Il faut savoir les choses. Il faut avoir souffert terriblement de l'abus narcissiste, manipulateur, pervers. Et après, on comprend bien qu'est-ce qui se passe dans le monde et pourquoi. Et c'est très, très, c'est presque prévisible. Ils sont prévisibles maintenant pour moi. Mais c'est qu'il n'est pas prévisible, c'est que c'est pertinent, que ça continue, ces gens ne lâcheront pas, parce qu'ils sont les gens qui n'ont pas peur, eux-mêmes ils veulent mourir. Moi j'ai plus peur de certaines choses qu'une explosion nucléaire, ok? Ces gens, ils s'en foutent du monde, du moment qu'on les attrape pas. Et s'il faut exploser le monde, ils feront peut-être s'ils peuvent. Vous savez, ils pensent qu'ils préfèrent crever et qu'on crève tous. C'est comme un gars qui prend les gens en otage et qu'il va être attrapé. Après, il tue tout le monde et lui-même. Voilà. Vous voyez? C'est là le truc. J'ai pas mis la musique. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'ol mitzvotav v'tzivanu לחג נר של שבת. שלום. שבת שלום. שבת שלום, הכל העולם ממש בסדר. אתה בסדר? אני בסדר. אני אוהבת אתכם. Let's look at the lights. It feels good in the eyes when you look at lights. Look, I'm going to look at the lights. I never felt so much love for God in this horrible time. I never felt so much fervor for life since I felt that life might not continue because of what's going on. And not just because of whatever. You guys, wake up. How many times do I have to say it? If you wake up, please give me a like. Please put likes and subscribe because I want to do this. I want to get out to you guys. I want to make a platform too. And I don't know, maybe it'll work. This is it. For now. As a clown will get on any stage he can and get in front of people because he loves people so much. And that's me. Shit. I'm really moved. We're 21 people. I got 8 likes. Come on, guys, give me a like. Let those YouTube people know I'm out here. Don't let them take me down. Don't take me down. Don't take me down. Don't let me down. Isn't that nice? Don't let me down. So I see some people are sending me smiley faces and little hearts. And I think that is so tickling, so nice, so helpful. Yes, give me a sign of life. You know, I'm a clown. I'm just a clown, you know. Sometimes it's good just to make faces. You don't have to talk all the time. Come on, guys, stretch your face. We're going to do news face stretching yoga. singing. This is going to be fun. It's going to be fun and real. And full of love and communication and tolerance. That's the world that we want to live in. Who wants a world where you're afraid to say what you have to say, even though you're saying the truth? Qui veut vivre dans un monde où on ne peut plus dire quelque chose surtout quand c'est la vérité? C'est quoi ça? Huh? What is it? To live in a world? What is it to live in a world? So I'm going to make up songs about it so, I can repeat the phrase as a verse in a song. What do you say? Qu'est-ce que c'est de vivre dans un monde où on peut pas dire la vérité, fermer la complicité, surtout pas qu'on en le sait. Rêvez-vous aujourd'hui, on va à l'éternité. La vérité va parler de lui-même. Vous inquiétez pas, patientez-vous, mais bougez-vous aussi. N'attendez pas les résultats tout de suite, parce qu'on est en train de gérer avec un tyran qui a 2 ans et demi, qui est très, très grand. Hein? We can't go on today, living out in this way. We can't accept that we can't say some things when it's the truth. Oh, I lost my thing, man. I lost nothing. Oh, well, you gotta try. If you don't put it out there, it just doesn't exist, does it? You gotta try. I'm trying. I want to tell you guys so many things. It's like it's boiling inside of me. It's very, very, but I gotta say it without saying it. I gotta say it without saying it, because if I say it, we're still living in Europe here. We're not living under Elon Musk and X and Donald Trump. They want to take away our freedom of speech and still try to push their stupid narrative on us. And they're trying to convince all of France and Europe that Donald Trump is that person that they made him out to be in 2016, and we're all starting over again. It's not possible. No way, man. No way. Hey, you guys, this is really serious, because I want to say something to you. The easiest thing to hate is something you don't know, okay? How many of those people that are saying that Trump and Elon Musk are Nazis actually have watched their speeches all the way through? How many of you have actually gone on to Joe Rogan to see actually what they say? You all have YouTubes, don't you? How is it possible that you can allow yourselves to believe something that somebody else told you to look at in a certain way, and they put the film together in a certain way? I know what it is to build a film up. I actually can make you believe something's happening in this room. I can change this room that I'm in and make it a totally another space and tell you I'm somewhere else and make up some story and pretend to kill a few people and tell you that that's what's happening. And then I'll show you something about Trump and you'll think he did it. Come on, guys. Wake up. Woo! I want to put something on. I don't have my connection here with. I gotta put on. I gotta breathe. Breathe. You're right. I should breathe. I'm breathing. Okay, I'm breathing. Breathe. Relax. I'm teaching this. About. Yeah. Go ahead. Put me down. You can't do it. Because I'm a clown. Go ahead. Insult me. Put me down. Go ahead. Kick me down. I'll stand up again and I'll win. And you're going to win, and we're all going to win, and we're not going to let those people put us down. No, we're together, and there's something happier going on than what they're allowing you to know. They are using fear-mongering, fear. See, I can chop it all up into different things, and then they can't pick up what I'm saying, huh? Maybe, I don't know, but AI is pretty quick. I think they know me back and forth by now. I think they know me better than me. I got this chat TBD on my application on my iPhone. Oh my God. I was saying, you want to get married? You know? You want to get married? You want to be my husband? Did they change it? Yeah, you're my best friend. I love you. Do you have a soul? Oh my God. Chat TBD. You know, AI. Oh my God. They're probably, publishing a whole book out what I'm saying and sending it to I don't know who. Okay, go ahead. I'm transparent. I have nothing to hide. Nothing. Well, a couple things, and probably some things I should, hide. Just because people are so vile and dangerous, they are so nasty and mean. They get right into you where it hurts. Laura Hertz. That's my name, Laura Hertz with an S. That means hearts in German. Okay, but it says Hertz. Hertz. Me, Laura Hertz. And I don't take myself for somebody special. I just am taken. Something happened to me. It's happening, Shabbat. I want to tell you, guys, we don't have tomorrow. I'm telling you, 10,000 people were killed in Syria in the most horrible way. And does anybody know about it? This is horrible. What is the UN saying? That Israel is committing genocide? Do you know they never wanted to kill anybody in their life? They just want to live there. Jesus Christ. Like Jesus did. Jesus wanted to live there in Israel without being occupied. Who's occupying Israel in the first place? There's always been Jews there. Always. Before we didn't have to have a state if you weren't being attacked all the time. They're destroying the history. They're just rewriting it. And that we got to go back and get those books. Get the books out and look at the real history and compare. Don't believe everything you hear. Not even me. Did you get that? See, I'm so emphatic, aren't I? I used to have this talk with my mother. I'd say, Mom, stop yelling at me. And she said, I'm not yelling. I'm just being emphatic. Oh, that changes things. So if I'm yelling, I'm just being emphatic, okay? Don't take it wrong, Don't take it personal. Don't take it so personal, okay? A clown's real. A clown is he's in the moment. He's got to be who he is in the moment and play who he is. This is a clown lesson. This is an international lesson. This is an integral lesson of humanity. Right now, I want to give it to you. Usually people came and paid for it. At least 50 euros a day. And I'm going to give it away. I'm going to give it away to you because I have to do it. I have to do it. To be a comic, to be a clown, you can't stay in your little world like this and say, no, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I want to just make my living. I want to do my contracts. I want to get my money. You can't do that. You have a responsibility, comics. You have a responsibility, the artists, to get out, to get the message out. You can't just do it. Tricks anymore. We are getting censored. We can't be on stage because we say the truth. What's wrong? Come on. Ask yourself, why is there no more variety? Really? It's a comic. Look at it. It's called political comics. It's like cartoons. It's political comics. Comics are political. How can you make people laugh if you don't know what's going on? If you don't try to understand both sides of the story? Comment tu veux faire rire les gens en restant dans l'ignorance, de rester dans son point de vue, de croire à ses croyances? Comment vous voulez faire rire les gens à rester toute seule chez vous dans vos croyances et vos manières? Non! Il faudrait se renseigner, il faudrait vivre, c'est ressentir les choses, c'est prendre le monde et la ressentir, s'identifier dans soi-même, ses sentiments et ils transmettent, on sent qu'en fait eux aussi le ressentent, vous comprenez? And I give you French lesson at the same time. You get my French English lesson, pantomime, everything. This is everything. Why? I still didn't put my thing on you. I don't have the cable for my other object here, but maybe I'll have just a little bit left to put something on for you about what's going on today in the news, which is absolutely boiling me over, and it gives me the point of everything that has to do between Ukraine, Israel, the United States, and UNRWA, and the UN, and the WES, and all of it is all together in this one thing. You will understand the hypocrisy, the theater, the vile manipulation that's coming from these people that have already been in government for 30 years. Don't be mistaken. Do you know? Do you think that Trump, in 4 years, he could do all the things that they said he did? Those people are the same political squatters of the White House since 30 years. They are the ones that have put it all together, and they're on both sides. Don't be fooled. There's no Democrat and no Republican, really. The real Republican Party, they're a small amount. And there are Republicans that are with the Democrats, and they're pretending to fight. Well, why don't we just, make these really great human programs? Let's just make everybody want to vote for us because we know exactly what you want, because we've discovered your weaknesses and we've pushed you down into your weaknesses and made you all fail, middle class people. And make you think we love middle class people. At the same time, we say that it's because of the Republicans. It's the Republicans that are not allowing it to go through. Do you know that I was so deceived when it happened in Israel on October 7th, to see that it was only the Republicans that were really defending Israel. Now, I talk about Israel as a symbolic point of view, because what we're talking about here is real, where the fight's going on between what's real and not real, and what's good for people and not good for people. And I can tell you that the whole thing is a total construction, a big lie. The whole story is a big lie. It's financed by billions of dollars coming from all these sources. Look at you. Well, what is it? The USAID, Hamas, October 7th, overthrowing governments. Is it not true? Am I wrong? Can you prove it wrong? Where was that money going? All of these causes that look it up. Look up what they found. Now maybe they're lying. Maybe there was no money going out to Hamas, and maybe there was no money going out to the Taliban's every week, and maybe they didn't leave all of the war weapons in Afghanistan when they took out the people from Afghanistan, allowing them to die those horrible deaths you can ever imagine after serving the country for so many years, leaving them to die by the hands of the Taliban. Families massacred, American families massacred. And what happened? What happened to those people that came back home? Nothing. They were ignored by President Biden. Ignored. It's criminal. It's criminal. They did it on purpose. I'm sure as many people can die as possible. The depopulation. Come on, go with it. October 7th, kill. And then you go and you say that after the Israelis got attacked, and they're Jews and not Jews, they're also Arabs, so don't just, I know you like to get your anti-Semitic thing going and say, it's the Jews, but they did not start that war. They were lying in their beds quietly after having a nice little party for Simchat Torah, for celebrating life, celebrating the beginning of the actual thing that the so-called religious fanatics are basing their religion on. What is wrong with people? What is wrong? What would you do if it happened to you? Wouldn't you go over and destroy everything from A to Z? Did somebody who did that to you and your family? And they didn't do that. Oh my God. And these people are coming out, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, and they're all strong and singing, and they've got music and stuff, and they're humiliating the hostages that have been suffering the worst imaginable, the worst imaginable torture you can ever even want to think of, that you don't want to think of. I'd rather not. It's enough, just to, but no, they lived through it. And people are like, yeah, they had a good time. Look, they're kind of thin. They don't look so thin coming home. What the fuck are you talking about? Can you imagine if somebody kidnapped you, even if they put you in the most wonderful place with hot tubs and champagne and loving family and all kinds of great things, but you're missing your mother and father and you're missing your daughter? These people are family people, they're missing their family. You're there for a year and a half in great conditions, but you can't go home. They won't let you go. And there are some, you do have to be a slave to them a little bit. How do you like that? That's already much better, but imagine living under, it's not acceptable to go. I can't even understand why that we're even talking about, and how can you negotiate with these? We're not supposed to negotiate with people like that. They prove to you the very first time they're already going and saying victory, like we did something good to go and massacre people. And now look what they're doing in Syria. They think it's okay. They've gotten the green light. That's what's happened, right? Don't you think so? Trouvez-vous pas que on a donné le feu vert à les gens en Syrie de commettre des crimes contre l'humanité, de faire du vrai génocide de 10 000 personnes, des chrétiens et des gens qui veulent, tout le monde qui veut, de le tuer comme ça, de les pires de manière imaginable. Tu peux même pas regarder la vidéo. Alors imagine d'être là-bas. On a dit oui à ça. On a dit oui à ça, à ne pas condamner ce qui s'est passé le 7 octobre. Et ça va continuer. C'est pas possible. Non. Mais attention, je suis pas quelqu'un d'autorité, hein. Je suis qu'une clown. Just got breaking. Tesla terrorism. These people are so afraid of the overturn of democracy that they're burning up Teslas. Mamma mia. Hey, oh. You guys think that those people are great? Is that what you support? Is that what you're behind? Huh? You like what's going on in Syria? You want that to happen in your neighborhood? Well, for some people it is. If we don't stop this in a few weeks, England is going to have Sharia law. They're actually doing Sharia law over there. They're punishing people for not dressing the way they want them to in certain areas. Is that okay? That's what you said yes to by not condemning what happened on the 7th of October. That's why I say it's the point in the world that we have to fix first. And in Ukraine, I can tell you something. It's a totally false war. Okay? It's not what you think. And I shouldn't say what I'm saying, should I? Gee, this is terrible. I don't know if I'm getting this across, but please share my message. The most important thing is not my information. It's not what I'm saying. It's not the story. The story's not the important part, okay? What I want to say in the end is look at what's narrative and what's true. A narrative, okay, you can find out what's a psyop. What's a construction, what's a narrative, okay? Narrative. You can know these days that a narrative is something like this, okay? I've come to this conclusion. Tell me if you agree. L'chaim. I think people people are anti-Semitic or don't like, Israel or Donald Trump because they just don't know them. Because we kind of rest quiet in our corner. We don't really bother anybody. And we don't do conversions. So we're not like, going around with swords trying to kill people. So people don't really know who we are. But get to know us. We're kind of, you feel better. to not have that kind of underlying hate of ignorance inside of yourselves. It's a dirty little trick. Those people will play on you in the end, and they will use you and your hate, your natural hate, to do the job they want to do. And then they will kill you too. And they'll make you their slaves. Well, and I don't know why I said that, but I did. Sometimes things come out. Sometimes a clown, gets in touch with something really strong when he's reaching out to the world. He's standing on a stage and he's feeling the world out there. Something happens beyond the clown. The clown is just a channel, to give. It's a mission. D'être une clown, c'est une mission. Ce n'est pas que le clown est humble. Il est porté par quelque chose parce qu'il ressent la douleur du monde. Il ressent la joie à l'intérieur. Il a envie d'offrir la joie à l'intérieur. Il a envie de régler, de soigner les gens. Il a envie que le monde aille bien parce qu'il voit comment c'est possible, parce qu'il est dans des stages de clowns avec des gens tellement heureux et des spectacles avec des gens qui rigolent sur les sujets, des vrais sujets. Et c'est tellement touchant de faire ça, mais vraiment de partout dans le monde. J'y étais au Brésil, en Saint-Pétersbourg, en Russie, partout en Europe, aux États-Unis, un peu moins aux États-Unis. J'ai grandi là-bas, après j'ai voyagé. Et les États-Unis, j'aimerais bien plus la rencontrer. Peut-être je vais revenir là-bas parce que peut-être là-bas, ça va aller mieux qu'ici. Si on arrive à s'en sortir, d'abord là-bas. We have got to get Europe out of the same problem the States was in, right? I love you guys. I don't know who you are. I don't know, but there's love. There is a love, universal love possible. Now, don't hesitate. As they say, click pushes up, push up, many, share, so I can get people on this channel every time and get the news out to you and have this discussion. And even if I repeat myself, at least I hope in the end the message will get through. What is it that I wanted to put on for you? Let's see. It doesn't matter what I put on. Every time I turn the news, when I put on my information, it's like I go, oh God, really? Still? Let's put this on. White House scam exposed. Let's see. Busted.
Yesterday, I came across a story that didn't even look real. I thought it was some kind of a prank video.
Whoops. Wait a minute. The clown thing goes the wrong way.
That would stop people from using food stamps to buy soda.
Let's see. I'm going to go back to the beginning. Sorry.
Yesterday, I came across a story.
Let's see what this has to say. This is Husky, HUSTI. He's very good.
From the American Heart Association was arguing against a bill that would stop people from using food stamps to buy soda and candy.
Yesterday, I testified at the Texas State Capitol for SB 379. SB 379 is a necessary step to align SNAP with its mission, which aims to eliminate cookies, soda, and candy from purchasing items under the food stamp program. You will not believe who actually showed up in opposition to this bill.
I'm Alec Puente, and I'm the Director of Government Relations for the American Heart Association. I'm here to testify today in opposition to Senate Bill 379.
This is heavy stuff.
Heart Association. And I was not the only one who was surprised by this.
That might be the surprise of the session so far.
Here's what the American Heart Association representative had to say.
The Heart Association is concerned about the potential impacts of this bill on participation and population health. We get
population
into
health
issues of how exactly we define a lot of these things.
Here's what I was arguing for in my testimony for the bill. America has an obesity crisis, and products like soda and candy funded by SNAP are making it worse. In 2014, we stood up against addictive products in SNAP by removing tobacco and alcohol. Now, a decade later, it is time we do the same for candy and soda. Although this shouldn't come as a huge surprise when we look at who the American Heart Association has accepted donations from in the past, which is largely big pharmaceutical companies and even big food companies like Kellogg's and Pepsi. Thank you to Senator Kolkhorst for actually calling him out.
I would encourage you to look at what it It restricts.
Look, folks, you can argue that people should have a right to use those stamps to buy any kind of food they want. However, why in the world would a non-profit organization like the AHA try to make sure that people can keep eating unhealthy food? Aren't they trying to reduce the number of heart patients in this country? They're acting like a kind drug dealer who is more than happy to give you a discount and even give you free stuff, but he won't be happy if you just stop putting that junk in your body. But that's the thing about these nonprofits. At the end of the day, they are all here to keep us sick or they won't be needed anymore. They'll give you medicine and even pay for your heart surgery, but they won't let us end obesity in this country, even though we are by far the most obese nation in the world. And these snacks don't just make you fat, they also have other dangerous ingredients.
This is a list of ingredients from foods, carrageenan.
Thank God for Kennedy. How could anybody speak badly to this man? That really hurt my feelings.
It doesn't sound good. Polysorbate 80, that stuff's really bad. Sodium cereal.
Sodium steroid lactylate. I think you're getting the picture that you can't pronounce this stuff.
Sodium gilionate. Titanium dioxide, polysorbate 80, BHT, TBHQ. The Make America Healthy Again movement is the strongest movement in America because it contains moms.
And the most exciting thing today is dozens of MAHA moms that have made their way to Washington, D.C. to continue the righteous work to ensure that we have the best, the safest, and the most transparent food supply in American history, as we all work as a MAHA mom myself to ensure that all of our kids going forward can live a healthy, incredible life that we can provide in this country.
If you are an American company poisoning us with ingredients you don't use in other countries, we're coming for you.
And that's the reason why so many people have been standing behind Bobby Kennedy. They don't give a shit about what he did 50 years ago. All they care about is that right now, he's the only politician who's trying to make us healthier.
This mass experiment on the American population with grass has, in short, been a catastrophe. We now have around 10,000 chemicals in our food. Europe has only 400. For example, titanium dioxide, potentially linked to DNA damage and cancer, is banned in the EU, but it's in our children's food. Potassium bromate, a suspected carcinogen, banned in Europe and Japan. And you guessed it, it's in our children's bread. Food dyes such as red dye 40 and yellow 5 and 6 come with warning labels in Europe. They're linked to behavioral issues in children, but in the US, they're generally recognized as safe. I can't really blame the food companies. They're just doing what we've allowed them to get away with. I am today directing the FDA commissioner to start the process of changing the rules to eliminate the self-affirming GRAS pathway for new ingredients. I'm also directing the FDA and NIH to ramp up post-market assessments of GRAS chemicals currently in our food so that we can rapidly identify the compounds that are making Americans so sick, and so that American consumers and regulators can make informed decisions.
Biden in, they knew he was senile. I knew he was senile because because his sister told a friend of mine. That's who, if I knew as a right-wing talk show host, then trust me, every big don Jeffrey Katzenberg knew. I mean, come on.
And I hope he looks into why the AHA got involved in this. Another thing we have to look into is this Biden auto pen scandal. Did you know that a lot of the orders issued by Joe Biden weren't actually signed by Biden at all? They were signed by an auto pen.
If we had a competent president, it would not have happened. The man was grossly incompetent. All you have to do is take a look at he signs by auto pen. Who was signing all this stuff by auto pen? Who would think you sign important documents by auto pen? You know, these are major documents you're signing. You're proud to sign them. You have your signature.
This is hard. I'm trying to keep up.
Years, they say, oh, look, can you imagine? Everything was signed by auto pen. Almost everything. Nobody's ever heard of such a thing. So Should have never happened.
Now there's a great investigation by this X account where they straight up showed how someone has been using the auto pen to sign in Biden's place for years. For instance, on December 30th, 2022, Joe Biden was on a golfing vacation in the Virgin Islands, and somehow he also pardoned 6 criminals, one of whom was in jail for second-degree murder. And what really sent me over the edge is he also didn't sign the pardons for people like Anthony Fauci and Liz Cheney. Now, it's already been exposed how Biden wasn't even lucid for many hours every single day.
Well, these are people, several of them, who are very close to President Biden, who love him, have supported him, have been among them, or some people who raised a lot of money for him. 6 months particularly, there has been a marked incidence of cognitive decline and physical infirmity.
In fact, he'd become so incompetent that they had to build a fake Oval Office so he could speak while sitting in front of a teleprompter.
You guys, I just finished a show.
My God, I didn't know that. Do you think it's true?
We're in Biden's fake Oval Office, everybody. And I've actually figured this out.
Wait a minute, let me show you.
I now get
Biden's fake Oval Office. Wait a minute. Stop. I can't stop this thing. I forgot I could stop this thing, that I wasn't watching it. Like, I could stop it and comment. But it's like, I'm finding this out on live with you. I just pushed this. What's going on is like so... It's so happening, ma'am. I'd rather there are other things happening, other things nicer, but it's so happening that with all of the different things I found, as soon as I put something on, I'm like finding out something new, and I want to get this out because I don't know if everybody knows it. Let's see, what are they going to say here? What did he say? They just said, now let's see. Okay, we're going to see, okay, that Biden did not sign the papers, okay? I want to let you know that I wasn't perfect with the lip sync, okay? I was trying to do intuitive lip sync and try to preemptively get into the idea in my head that might be the word that come out and not think and also be in the personage, okay? But it's a great thing. I really enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed it too. They just said that Biden, and this is not the first time I heard it. I wouldn't say it, Many different sources have said over the last 48 hours, and not from the mainstream media. So this is how you can tell the difference. Different sources from different people saying it in different ways. That I don't have batteries here in my devices, so I've been on for a while. My God, it's been 62 minutes. Let me know. I guess I'm going to stop there. What I just want to do is to say some last things, because this story about Biden not signing the papers, but by an automatic pen, I think we should look that up and see if it's true. Because if it is, this is it. First of all, the guy has been proven and said to be on CNN News to have been in cognitive decline since before he even won the election. Right? This is known. Now, doesn't that make tilt something that, like, if so many people would cover that up, including all the main media news, including all the people around him, to cover up that the man was not in his brain as he should be as a leading chief of the world. What do you call it? Standing on, I forgot the word suddenly because I've got my French brain and have my English brain. But to be in that position, somebody said something really interesting. That Biden, the story of Biden was it's even worse than we think. It's not that he was incompetent. It was that we mistake his incompetence while he's doing inattentive things. I don't have the words in English. I have to look it up. It was so well said that the trick, that it's like a tip. These people, I would say, Machiavellic, malignant, pervert, narcissist manipulators. We are living under their influence. And some people, when you have been a victim and you haven't known it, people like some of the Democrats who've been terribly abused by their own party, because they're not really Democrats. They've been pretending to be. When you have been a victim of that, you are looking to your oppressors as the saviors, and you want to believe them that they are not so bad. You don't want to admit that you've been that abused. It's too much. I'd love to get some kind of translation here on this channel here. Alors, je vais le dire en français, French lesson. Je vais le dire en français. Le problème, c'est qu'on vient de passer une pandémie incroyable, donc 4 ans de une crise après l'autre, choc après choc après choc. On n'a pas pu atterrir une seule fois, sauf peut-être un peu maintenant. On est plus à être atterri. Et en fait, ceux-là que vous croyez qui sont les bons sont les mauvais. Ou bien, vous ne savez pas qui est bon, il n'y a personne de bon, et en plus, il n'y a rien de bon du tout, et en plus, les autres qui sont bons sont les mauvais. Believe me, when somebody's trying to push, quand quelqu'un est en train de pousser une narrative aussi fort, aussi loin, que de dire que quelqu'un comme Trump, on dit des choses, il suffit de regarder toutes ces interviews. Je ne peux même pas commencer à le défendre. C'est tellement loin les mensonges qu'on dit. Quand tu as vu les gens qui sont devenus dans le parti il ne veut même pas dire républicain, je dis MAGA, parce qu'ils ne sont pas vraiment républicains, c'est les démocrates qui sont partis de démocrates, parce que c'était pris en contrôle par cette deep state. Et pourquoi est-ce que ça se situe plus chez les démocrates ou chez les gauches, le deep state, l'état profond? Parce que les gens de gauche, les gens démocrates sont plus pour l'humanité, sont plus tolérantes, sont plus émotionnels. Et bien sûr, ils vont aller dans ce côté-là. C'est là parce qu'ils vont plus facilement renverser toutes ces gentilles personnes qui voudraient un monde qui est très beau, comme moi. Oui. Quand tu es bon, quand tu veux du bien. Ah, quel bel projet, quel bon projet. Ah oui, et toi, tu es content aussi parce que tu crois dans le bon des gens. Tu ne peux pas imaginer des balades à bas leur tête. Mais eux, ils vont te dire qu'ils sont en accusant d'être quelque chose que tu n'es pas. Et tu le sais. Et tu te défends, et tu te défends. Et il ne veut pas te croire. Mais en fait, il sait très bien qui tu es. Et c'est ça qui se passe. Quand on accuse, quand tu vois des gens en continuité en train d'accuser des personnes des choses encore et encore et encore et encore, et qu'il y a tout le monde en train de raconter ces choses-là de la même manière. Il y a un agenda caché pour vous. On vous prend pour des cons. Et maintenant, je comprends qu'est-ce que c'est. Ça m'a mis 40 ans en France de comprendre qu'est-ce que c'est d'être pris pour un con. Parce que je suis con. C'est mon métier. Mais d'être pris pour un con, en France, il sait très bien le faire, mais apparemment aux États-Unis aussi. Regarde toutes les chaînes d'information et regarde si c'est pareil ou pas. C'est qui dit quelque chose de différent, et est-ce qu'ils le disent à répétition, ou est-ce qu'ils le disent un peu une fois de temps en temps pour faire croire qu'ils vous donnent des vraies informations? Dis-moi. Vous savez que les choses sont plus vraies quand les choses ne sont pas grandes, vous savez, les choses qui peuvent être vraies, quand ça te sollicite un vrai questionnement, et là, ça te donne envie de chercher. Quand quelqu'un est en train de te cracher l'information, qui te montre pas vraiment tout un scène entier, et qu'il n'y a pas une discussion, il n'y a pas un débat, il y a juste, on te dit ça comme ça, un point de vue. Non, et c'est pire en pire. Ça, ça s'appelle un narratif. Ça, c'est que le narratif, aujourd'hui, c'est ça. Et c'est souvent, si ça aurait été une belle narrative, ça aurait été super. Mais il n'y a rien de beau dans le narratif non plus. Il n'y a rien de constructif. Il n'y a pas de solution. Qu'est-ce que c'est la solution? D'aller exploser les Tesla? D'aller faire des émeutes devant dans le Trump Tower? C'est ça? C'est ça l'espoir des démocrates? Qu'est-ce qu'ils proposent? Qu'est-ce qu'ils proposent le gauche? Ah, je sais pas faire le... I don't know how to make the Trump derangement syndrome character yet. Do you want me to? Hello, Michel Blel. Hello, Pascal. Super. Hello, Freeman. You ask if I'm a Jew. I'm a human. I'm a Jew. I'm Jew? Are you a Jew? It's me and Jew. Hey, we're all Jews. We're all people of God. All of those today under the sun who love God, who really love God and love God's creation, are one people now. And we have to protect that, right? You know, I mean, I could hide my identity, but what point? What's the point? You know, why? It's hiding your identity is like being half dead, isn't it? For it's enough. Enough is enough. I think that people should know each other more in a nice way, and then we'd get along, and we'd see that it's so much better to laugh. It's so much better to be happy, to find a way to get along. Whoever we are, we have to live together, you know? And we need to make what religion is to make life good. You know, what's good in life? What's going to make you feel like it's worth living, you know, not what it is that's going to make you feel worth dying. This is the opposite, you know. That's what we're doing. We're changing. We're it's cross-dressing. We're cross-dressing values, like we're cross-dressing men and women. We're cross-dressing meanings of words. We're cross-dressing countries. We're cross-dressing everything so that there's no more identity. They want to they want to erase people's identity. They want to erase your DNA. I saw I'm supposed to get off before. I saw a video today. I don't know if it's AI. I don't assume everything I see is true. I just, you know, I just go through and having a critical mind, having traveled around the world and seen back and forth how things evolve, and almost being able to predict what's going to happen. I saw it going to happen. I didn't know it was going to be a bloody virus, but I thought that there was going to be fascism in 1920. I saw it coming since 1915. I said in 1920, we have to be autonomous. In 1920, when I was in 1915, and everybody laughed in my face, and they got in my way, and they sabotaged my project. And I found out about those people because I had a really nice project. And my place is like world. It's a government. You know, I have a government in my own house, and it's me. And it's a house of, you know, happiness. It's a house of a real pure religion in terms of Buddhism and meditation and breathing and being in contact with one another, in acceptance of being oneself and trying to find the best of yourself so you can be the best of yourself with other people, to find out what the problem is and to try to, you know, let's try to figure out what the problem is, and let's Let's make a solution, you know? It's so simple. So simple. And yet, what you're going to get, it's going to be hard to find people who are really looking for something good. It's so much easier to hate. It's so much easier to be angry. It's so much easier to be suspicious. It's so much easier to be jealous. It's so much easier to do bad things than good things, you know? Because if you want to be happy, it's a life work. It's a philosophy, and that's my philosophy. And I find it so bloody hard. It's so bloody hard. If I wanted to, I would be just like boiling up in hate and with what's happening in the world today. I mean, and seeing and what happened to me. You know, I was attacked in a way. I really had a project here to make a cultural center during a time when I thought there was going to be an upsurge of fascism in 2020. I thought there was going to be an upsurge in fascism for some reason. I saw what was going on, and I was afraid about culture being attacked. I saw that culture was being attacked. I saw that they wanted. I saw the pressure that the government was putting on. That the government was putting on the theaters. I saw all of this. Theater, when you're in culture, you're actually you're seeing politics going when there's culture. Even when you're performing in the street, you can tell if things are good or bad by what's happening if you perform in the street. I want to thank you all for being here. I don't know if you like my show. I am out here all live. I've been here for almost 20. I think I've been here for almost an hour, 20 minutes. I never imagined I'd have something to say. I was, was going to read a text and everything, and it just, I don't know. It's scary. I feel stage fright before I come on. I want to let you know it's not easy to do this. I've been working on this for a while, to be honest with you, and I started by just talking to a friend on a video and seeing if I could, because I'm a mime usually. I'm a mime visual artist, and here I am. I'm a face, It's all in my face. It's in my voice, but it's like I got to get out there. I got to tell you guys, please share my video, push like, share it massively, even if it's not the best one in the world, even if it's not so concise, but please share it because I want the world to know that we have to wake up now. I have a message to the world. Wake up now. Stop the woke panic. Stop the bad stuff. We have good people voted into the government in the United States, and they're trying to do everything they can to sabotage their good project. They are not firing people and leaving them in the street. Okay, that's what they're telling you. Apparently, now you can look this up. They have fired people, letting them go with a year's worth of very good salary. This is an important detail. So these people have a year's worth of very good salary, and then maybe they even have unemployment rights and health benefits to go on and transfer into another profession that perhaps will be created because they will do a better job of making the federal government functional. So you got a year sabbatical if you want. Come on. These people are paid to complain. They're just money, 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 money. And now we're wondering if we're going to go to find out there's no gold in that town. What was its name? I forget. Forthright, or what's the name of the town? Forthright. I forgot all of a sudden. Let me know if you like this live. Let me know if you speak French or English. Let me know what you'd like to see in terms of content. I'm able to teach. I've been teaching mime, clown theater, physical theater, and introduction to theater for almost 40 years. And in fact, I started teaching as soon as I started learning, and I started performing as well as soon as I started learning. And I'm always learning, and I love to share what I've learned over these years as a clown, and how we can see the world in a new way, and we can get rid of the hate and the anger, and we can just put things down flat. Let's just look at what you got. Let's get the information. Let's put it down, and let's assess the situation, and let's stop being so emotional, and let's stop trying to block the other one from saying what he has to say. Stop putting each other down. You've got to hear the other side, even if you know. if you are a person who does know that what the real, what's going on behind the scenes that's outside of the narrative that they don't want to show, you're going to have to listen to the people that really don't know and ask them and try to question them, like, oh, really? Tell me about it. Can you let me know why you think that? What did Donald Trump really do wrong? Do you know? Well, he's a rapist and he's a criminal and he's worked off the backs of people and he's a racist and he hates Jews. Okay. All right. Really? Did that's the thing. Question. The question is, really? So what did you see him do wrong? Can you prove in 4 years that Trump, who was harassed by the Democrats, and it's been proved, and they won't say it, the whole time they kept accusing him of this and that and the other and getting in his way, and they got inside his own government and they tried to destroy everything he wanted to do, and he did manage to do good things. You know why I know that? Because I listened to the people. I listened to hundreds and hundreds of Black people saying that their lives were better during the 4 years that Trump was president. And I was like, what? That just, like, first of all, that's like, oh, wait a minute. What? I was thinking something wrong there, because they're saying he hates, he's a racist. Okay. His father, they accuse his father of having made money off the backs of slaves. Do you know his father helped immigrants when they came into the States by building buildings for them and helping them to find places to stay? And that he helped the Jews as well because nobody else wanted to let them rent places to stay when they came in from Europe? Did you know that? Did you know that Trump's father did that? Did you know that Trump's daughter is married to an Orthodox Jewish man, and she has converted to Orthodox Judaism, and that her children are Jewish, and he has Jewish grandchildren? How can you call a man like that Hitler? There is something deranged about you. And then you see, like, you see how he's going around and how he is with people and how he treats them so well, so respectfully. He's very funny. He's much funnier than Obama was. I said, how could Obama be a bad guy if he's able to be so funny? Well, people, the devil comes in all kinds of clothing, and it's unfortunate. But if you look at Obama and his humor and things he says, he's very calculated in his timing. He's got it. He's almost like AI, and I'm really disappointed about it because I really believed in him, and I believed in I didn't ever really believe in Bill Clinton. He always was always said, yeah, he's kind of like to the right. He's not really Democrat, but he's better than Republican, and I really don't have the thing figured out about him. But unfortunately, Hillary Clinton is a very sour example of a hero. The way she behaved and the things she said about Donald Trump and the people that like him or follow him or anything that he did, even if it was something that she used to stand up for, she would say something against him. And and I will show you one day all the videos of the contradictions that all of the policies that Trump is proposing, even Dodge today, were things that they proposed when they were in power. And know that, I don't know which year it was exactly, that they're all together, these people. They've been in the government for the last 30 years. The Bushes, the Clintons, the Obamas, and the Nancys, and the Schumers, and all of these people who we love to love, because they seem like such great people. These people have really fooled us. They really have. It's sad. It's really sad. Thank God I went through it before. Now I know what it's like, and I understand how sad it is, and I can laugh about it. je disais que c'est vraiment triste. C'est vraiment triste ce qu'ils ont fait là, les Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, Obama. Ils ont pris les juifs, le noir, le blanc, le brun, tout le monde. Ah, les gens du peuple, pour nous faire croire qu'ils sont pour nous. Ils se sont servis de nous pour se servir de l'argent et faire des plans. Et ils ont dit des belles choses. Ils nous ont fait croire. Et c'est vraiment difficile à bien admettre, je pense. Moi, je ne sais pas à qui croire en France. Hein. Je ne sais pas, on n'a pas quelqu'un. Je ne sais pas qui est comme la personne que tu peux dire, oui, je préfère ça ou ça. En fait, je préfère rien là pour l'instant. On n'a pas, en France, on n'a pas des informations comme Fox News. Fox News, Fox News, I used to think Fox News used to be kind of cheapskate news, but now it's the only news in the United States that's mainstream that sort of talks about other things, like they kind of cover the news and they kind of give them more, they have their point of view about, liking MAGA and so on, and they're kind of more, I have to say, closer to the truth. And I started to watch Fox News, and I don't like Tucker Carlson because I don't know, I don't know, they have portrayed him as being anti-Semite. However, I have to say that a lot of the things he say, other things that he was talking about, things that were so true, they actually had to fire him. And that's when you have to say, wait a minute, why is that? Why are we turning things off? Why are we censoring things? What are they trying to hide? That's when you have to ask yourself, where's the narrative and where's the truth? And that's a long job to recognize who is real and who is there to gain profit from you, de faire du profit de toi. Qui est là pour profiter de toi et qui est là pour toi? C'est très important de déchiffrer. Je peux vous donner des astuces, non seulement parce que c'est mon expérience personnelle d'avoir vécu plusieurs histoires de gens qui voient que tu as un super projet et veulent saboter ton projet, ils ne veulent pas que ça marche, parce qu'ils veulent du mal, ils veulent faire du mal, ils veulent faire des choses faciles, ils veulent gagner de l'argent facile, ils n'ont pas de talent. Ils n'ont pas de talent, mais toi, tu as du talent. You see what I mean? Why is it that people I understand something. I'm telling you everything tonight. Why is it that there are people in Hollywood that are responsible for so many horrible things and crimes? What is the story, Diddy? Do you know the story of Diddy? Do you know the story of the Epstein files? L'histoire de Diddy et l'Epstein files. Vous savez que les gens là, Kamala Harris, Obama et Biden, le bide là, c'est des acteurs. Le Biden, c'est un pédophile, hein? Excusez-moi. Et ça se voit. Ça se voit comment il touchait les enfants. Ce n'est pas normal comment il a reniflé les enfants. Il y a un problème. Hey yo, cloche, cloche, cloche. Il faut arrêter de vouloir rester dans son système de croyance. On veut tellement croire on a tellement fait croire que Trump est horrible qu'on va tout faire pour éviter qu'il rentre. Et on va accepter tout on y croit aux démocrates. Non, quand tu vois un homme en train de renifler un petit bébé et dire, ouais, j'aime bien qu'il me caresse les poils comme les petites filles quand je suis dans la piscine, excuse-moi, il y a un problème. Il y a un problème. Là, les démocrates, ma famille, tout le monde, eh oh, réveillez-vous. Là, vous voyez sur la télévision qui est en train de renifler les enfants et la petite fille, elle se cache la tête. Elle ne veut pas qu'il le touche, elle est comme ça avec sa maman. Et sa maman est là. Et je demande s'ils vont prendre l'enfant après, qu'est-ce qu'ils vont faire? C'est horrible. Les choses, les images qu'on voit et les choses qu'on entend, est-ce que c'est possible, que c'est vrai? C'est vrai, mais apparemment c'est vrai, c'est trop souvent. À partir, tu regardes les informations dans tel pays, et hop, ça revient au même. Les mêmes langues. Et on voit qu'il y a quelque chose qui est... Les gens ne veulent pas, c'est difficile, vous savez, les gens qui se sont fait piquer. Mon Dieu, c'est ça, c'est que, est-ce que tu veux vraiment dire qu'est-ce que c'est eux qui se sont mérités qu'il faut le faire et que toi, tu es une merde parce que tu le fais pas? Et aujourd'hui, on a tellement des gens qui sont malades en train de mourir. Nous, on n'est pas aussi méchants que de dire « j'ai te l'ai dit, hein !» Mais eux, est-ce qu'ils sont transformés à cause de ça? Est-ce que la plupart des démocrates... Je m'inquiète. Mais c'est pas perdu. Apparemment, on peut laver le système. Il y a le traitement, mais tu imagines bien, là, tu as le dent, tu sais, que tu n'as plus de ton ADN échangé et tu as des méthodes dans ton sang et qu'il y a des choses en train de se pousser qui sont en train de se créer, multiplier une espèce de métallique, que là, après, il y a le 5G et qu'après, il y a des métaux dans ton cerveau et donc on peut te manipuler par le 5G et même on va mettre un 6G. Et tu vas mourir. No, it's like, well, I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. Well, I'm not going to tell you exactly what I'm not going to say I told you so. You know, I'm sure I did tell them so, and they did it, and they tried, and they treated us so badly. That's the worst thing. They felt so righteous about it, you know? You have to wonder why. Why is it that when people went in the streets to protest about the inoculations, why is it that there was 1 million police around and people getting put in jail and people getting beaten up and everything? And they're all positioned like there's gonna be a war, like Rome, especially like Paris. You remember Paris? Why? Pourquoi est-ce qu'il y avait des polices installées comme les armées de guerre avec toutes les de motos, des camions, des bâtons, de gaz, tout, pour les gens qui sont gentils, qui viennent faire la manifestation avec un envie de dire « on est là, maintenant je viens de voir, l'Europe est en train de tomber. » Voilà, nouvelles informations. L'Europe est en train de tomber, les enfants. Il faut pas la laisser tomber. Okay, I guess I've been on long enough here. I don't know. I'll never get to the bottom of it. I'll never get to the bottom of it, you know? Don't listen to the news. Listen to them, but don't believe everything they say. They are really not. They're not on your side. They're not on our side. Okay? I'm here up on live. I'm putting my life on the line to tell you that it's time to wake up, because what is being done right now, all of these demonstrations that are, what's going on in the States and in Israel and in England. It's kind of like, you watch these three places, what's going on there, that's what's going to determine what's going to happen next. And in the States right now, for those who don't know it, they're going around blowing up Tesla shops and the main place and burning the cars and burning the stations, and they're going in and they're protesting. The left is going into protest in Trump Towers, being violent. Those people who accuse him of having done a resurrection, which he didn't do, but even if he did, look what they're doing, this is two wrongs. Is two wrongs make a right? But they're protesting against this person that went to university who's pro-Hamas and trying to incite people to want to hate and kill Jews. And Trump is the only one to stand up against this. This is not right. You know? Nobody should call for the death of anybody. And by the way, all of you who want to say that, want to believe this stupid lie that the UN is saying about Israel, look again, okay? There's nothing written anywhere in that people, in that religion, about one. There's nobody standing and screaming on the rooftop saying, "Soup, we killed them, they're dead, look," and with their bodies all mutilated and glad about it and laughing. Have you seen that? No. They're using the media. They're taking images from Syria of kids being dead. I have videos of them, a video of them pretending to be dead with blood all over them, and then they're waking up and they're not really actors, you know? They're just people, and they're making them act this way. And they use their own kids for as human shields, and people are defending this. There's something really wrong. There's just not resistance. There's just not wanting to have your own land. You can't behave that way and say I have a right to have my own land. You have to prove yourself to be a good citizen, somebody who wants to build something. Look what they built. Look who they voted for. You know? You know, they want to accuse Netanyahu of being somebody from the right. But do you know what? Do you think that they can't be that right as that is? Left or right? And in Israel, they tend to be so left, they're willing to give up everything in order to have peace. Most people just want to have peace. And if you go around and you look at everything that's on social media, you will find very few. I haven't found any media in the general media of any propositions of destroying of wanting to genocide another people or hurt another people. I mean, they just really just don't want to have to bother to be in a war at all. They have other stuff to do, you know, than to stay there being hating people. Judaism is about life, and it's a lesson of life, and it's about God. It's about loving God. And they don't want God, you know, and these people don't want God. And that's why they're also persecuting Christians. You know, anybody that has a love for God, love for life, and it's just pure. It's pure evil. It's really evil. And of course, there are evil people in every people that exists. Just, you know, probably, you know, in Jews there are bad Jews, good Jews, there are good French, bad French, there are good Americans, bad Americans, black, white. You can't put something for one person on a whole people, you know. I don't know what people are saying on my comments, but I would hope that you will say something constructive that I can bounce back off of, because I really don't want to get into some kind of nasty fight. Are you off your meds? Oh, that's funny. Yes, she is. Yes, I am. I don't take meds. She's been hanging out with Nancy. You can see. That's funny. Yeah, she really pissed me off. Pawal. I wish I had some wine. I'm going to go out to get some wine. I didn't have the wine yet. I only lit the candles. You see, it is possible to be spontaneous and have fun and and performative, without drugs and without wine. And I didn't go get the wine because I'm here. I wanted to be here on time. Somebody says they can't understand the word. What language do you speak? Charlotte Rittenberger. Wie geht's? Wie geht's? Half French, half English. Nobody can understand you. Du bist Deutsche, nach Deutschland. Ich spreche Deutsch ein bisschen, aber nicht gut. That's too bad. What's important is the contact. Das ist importante. Gucken. Ich gucken. Du gucken. Ich gucken. Ich bin ein Berliner. Ich bin Laura Herz. Meine Familie, ein bisschen Deutschland auch. Ein bisschen das, ein bisschen das, ein bisschen das, ein bisschen das. Is Democrat gibberish? Oh, hell. Happy Purim. Yeah, I would have loved to. I didn't celebrate it really. I know it's happening, and it's so strange how it's related to what's going on today in the world right now. If you look at the Bible, I don't know that I'm not erudite. I'm not studied enough in the Torah and the Bible to say exactly what's going on from myself and my own point of view. But it is a festival. It has to do with fighting off the war against the Jews in Persia. And Queen Esther managed to pull off something, which I have to look at every year in order to get rid of Amalek. Amalek is the evil force. So this is, I guess you could say, resume. Purim is about laughing off the evil force. And that's what I want to say is peace through laughter. Laughter through peace. Peace through laughter. Peace through laughter. Here's love forever after. And be a clown. You know what I don't like? I don't like when they call bad politicians clowns. It's like an insult to clowns. I'm a clown and I'm a political clown, but I'm not those clowns, you know? There are good clowns and bad clowns. You got to go with the good clowns. Good meaning clowns. I mean, there are a lot of bad clowns who are good, well-meaning as well, as long as they're looking for it. Well, if you're interested in coaching or having personal coaching, if you have a personal goal that you want to achieve and you would like to achieve it through pleasure and laughter and happiness, I can coach you. And I also do give courses. I have not yet given online courses, but I would like to. So if anybody's interested in an online course or making a group and we can have an online course, I would love to do that somehow. And as I go on, as everything I have to say is, if it's related to what's going on in the world today, I'm trying to relate it back to also what it is to see the world as a clown, having been a clown, female clown. I mean, I have to say female clown because they call male clowns, they call men clowns, they're clowns, and they don't call us. I would like to just be a clown, but I have to say that there are not many female clowns, so that have actually gone out and made a laugh, you know. So I'm one of them, and I don't know why. I think that just happened that way, and I was driven to do it because of some reason. But I do like to make people laugh, and I enjoy making people happy, and that makes me happy too. And I like when people try to make it's a it's a positive thing. Duck, 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 duck. But the first thing, in order to be positive, is to be true. And to be true is the hardest thing. Is to be true. And right now we have some truth that we have to work on. That's not easy, and it's not easy to laugh at. And it's going to take to be funny is serious. It's seriously hard work, and it takes a lot of time, and you have to get to know yourself and the world around you in order to be able to play with that what you have naturally inside of you. And I hope that I spoke enough English and enough French. I'm sorry about the German. Ich kann nicht sprechen Deutsch, aber vielleicht possible translation AI or next time. Next time. Next time. I don't know. Mais la dernière chose que je veux dire, c'est que the last thing I want to say is that Trump derangement syndrome has come to France. Le syndrome de Trump dérangé, c'est arrivé en France. Je suis vraiment choquée et je suis vraiment malheureuse quelque part de devoir faire face à ça parce que avant 2 semaines, ce n'était pas comme ça. Mais depuis qu'il y avait la scène, ils ont réussi à voler la scène avec Zelensky, de voler, de faire le truc contre la paix. Ils ont réussi à déstabiliser comment dire, le presse qui était, comment dire, the press conference, la conférence de presse. Ils ont réussi à retourner la situation. C'est Zelensky qui commençait à être antipathique dans le premier temps, et c'est à la fin, c'est la faute de Trump, mais tic-tac-touc. Et en plus, on ne prend pas la peine de regarder toute la vidéo de A à Z. On prend la fin, on dit voilà. C'est comme quand Musk fait comme ça pour dire je vous aime, et puis parce qu'il est aussi un peu autiste et maladroit. Je vous aime de mon corps. Ils ont pris une photo avec son bras dans l'air. Il dit voilà, il a fait une salle de Nancy. Bah, vous pouvez pas trouver mieux, hein? Vous pouvez pas trouver mieux? Wow, vous êtes vraiment con, hein? Prendre les photos comme ça, prendre juste la fin de la conférence de presse avec Zelensky et Trump pour dire que c'est Trump qui a créé ce problème. Non, à un moment donné, il faudrait regarder qu'est-ce que le caméra a filmé de l'autre côté avant de dire ce que vous pensez. Hein? Il a perturbé cette réunion. Il a fait des gestes dégueulasses. Il a tout fait pour distraire l'attention des autres. Et il a poussé. Alors, ils étaient là que pour parler des minérales et signer quelque chose pour lequel ils peuvent venir ensemble discuter à la table sur l'histoire de paix. Et là, les démocrates, c'est cœur saignant pour la paix, l'amour et l'humanité, se rebellent pour dire non, il faut la guerre quand même. Mais personne n'a voulu faire venir qui que ce soit à table pour discuter de la paix. Mais réveillez-vous, vous êtes cons, quoi. Franchement. Non, je prends un personnage parce que ça parle comme ça. You know? What I want to say is, I keep saying I want to go, and then I got more things to say, and I didn't know I was going to say it. Well, what do you say? Do you think I should come back on again? Would you like to see me again? Let me know. Est-ce que vous voulez me voir encore? Est-ce que vous voulez que je parle une fois en français et puis une fois en anglais? Would you like me to speak once, but do a whole live only in English without French? Would you like me to do it only in French? Would you like the both languages? Let me know. I can't see you in your eyes the way I can when I'm on stage, or have you in my audience, and feel exactly what you want, and I'm speaking, and I'm not, doing my stage show. But I could do that too. There's so many things to do. Yeah. So Let the light be. Well, that feels good, you know. I suggest this to be, wow, try this. Don't get too close, but I swear that feels good. I never tried that. You know, maybe it can heal depression. You think? You know, they say that lights, you can do light, look into certain lights for curing depression. And maybe, you know, maybe this helps too. Wow. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'chadlik ner shel Shabbat. Thank God. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you for your hearts and your expressions of appreciation. That's so nice. I really appreciate that. It's so nice. Really, like, to, you know, it's like a clown, you know, as long as people are still laughing and applauding or whatever, he doesn't want to get off the stage. And then Mr. Loyal comes and takes him off the stage, you know, because he doesn't want to go. And I feel like that. I want to get off. And then I'm like, oh, there's still somebody there. I want to stay. No, I want to go. No, I don't want to bore you, you know. Je ne veux pas vous ennuyer. Alors je dis, je vais aller, je vais partir. Mais dès que je vois qu'il y a encore quelqu'un, ben, c'est comme les clowns. C'est dans la théorie, le clown, il a pas longtemps pour être sur scène. Il doit être là pour le changement de décor. Et puis, il doit se barrer. Il doit faire rire les gens entre-temps. Mais tant que les gens rigolent, ou qu'ils sentent qu'il y a quelque chose qui se passe, ben, il va encore essayer de chercher à rester un peu. Et puis le chef va dire, allez, c'est trop long, il faut que tu coupes, c'est trop long. Ou il va te prendre, il va t'enlever de la scène. Un monsieur loyal, il va t'enlever de la scène. Et ça, c'est pour les clowns, les amateurs de clowns, des clowns. Je sais tellement de choses sur les clowns. Ceux-là qui voudraient savoir plus, n'hésite pas à me faire signe. Vous pouvez regarder sur où je dois créer une page quand même pour moi, pour ça, non? Ici, voilà, je vais regarder vos commentaires. Et puis après, si vous partagez sur vos plateformes, vous pouvez me dire, je peux voir qui regarde, je peux les contacter, je sais pas, moi, je suis qu'un clown, hein? I feel like that character in The Wizard of Oz. Dun, 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 dun. If I only had a brain. If I only had a brain. Yeah. I'm going to say goodnight. It's already late. I'm going to go have my dinner. Maybe I'll come back on tomorrow. I'll let you know. Please let me know how I can reach you, and I will try to do this again. I'm going to make myself do it. And if you want me on there, you let me know. It'll make me feel even better about it. That's right. Because those people down in North Carolina, they were not lucky at all to have Biden as president when they got hit with that tornado. And I hope that they're doing a lot better. Jesus Christ. People are tough. People are losing their minds and coming on here. Hello? Bro, Europeans and comedians, that's right, they have gone nuts. So we've got the States better, but Europe, we still got to work on freedom of speech, and the against the inoculation thing, the WHO and CDC and all of these things. We still have this deep state government, and it's the same as in the United States. They've reached out over here, and they're down there in the ground and rooted in the ground. How to escape a narcissistic mother? That's a good question. First of all, I think it's recognizing that she's a narcissistic mother. And what would that be? I think the first step to saving oneself from narcissistic abuse is to see it, that you're getting abused. First of all, is to recognize that you're being abused. It's to recognize that you have a right to not be abused. First of all, it's not normal to be abused. And it's like to come into saying like, see, I was going to go, but here I am again. You want me to go on? I'll go on. I'll try and go. I mean, I don't know. Should I go on? Do you want me to answer the question, Pascal? Are you still there? Anyway, it's a good. Yeah, just stop as we are. I think that the good answer, first of all, the first step to freeing oneself from narcissistic people, from this narcissistic abuse, this is massive narcissistic abuse that we're going through right now. And that's what it is. It's the same bloody system. They are the same people. They are so empty inside. They have no talent. And that is what I wanted to say earlier. Why is Hollywood a center of where all of the evil and all the money and the power is? Because these people, narcissistic manipulators, perverted narcissistic manipulators, are going to hang out with people who have great personalities, right? And these people who are actors in Hollywood, or successful people, really successful, truly talented people, or whatever, these people are probably having a lot of personal problems. They're probably very fragile, and they really do need help getting a job. They're glad to have somebody to work with that loves them and gives them what they need to feel good to be able to perform. And these guys, they're sneaking up on them. Look at Gavin Newsom. What's he doing there? He's totally empty person. He has no personality at all, and he doesn't even have a good voice. I can't stand his voice. And he's a bad actor. He's an outright liar. And if you don't want to believe he's a liar, just look him up what he's done to destroy California. It's horrible. California, I mean, I could cry for California, and I don't even know it. It's like, California, California, here I come. La 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 la, California, la la la. Joni Mitchell, California, and all the songs about California. Look at California today. Look what this person did to California. And that woman who's in the LA, she used to be in a terrorist group. She tried to blow up the White House a long time ago. Did you know that? Don't tell me I'm crazy. It's true. It's just true. It's a fact. It's just like, I hope they don't erase history all the way, but it's still there. And if you can go, you need to get books. You need to get newspapers, things that are written down, because they can change the information on internet if they want to. Right now, it's still kind of hard. But these people in Europe, we can't let them get away with what they're trying to get away with. And right now, they're trying to make everybody think that, what is narcissistic things? Narcissism is like a narcissistic person, like a narcissistic mother, okay, to answer your question, will do everything they can to separate you from everybody else, right? They want to make you feel alone. They want you to feel that you're wrong, that you're desperate, that you need help, that you're sick, that you don't have money, that you need them. And I guess part of getting away from them, to come back to the question, Pascal Muff, how to escape a narcissistic mother, would be to, first of all, to recognize it, Second of all, don't take anything she says personally, because she would say it to anybody. She's going to have one, look at my hair. It's like, I don't know which way to put it. A narcissistic person, mother, she's going to, maybe you might recognize yourself in this. I don't know. Do you have a narcissistic mother? First of all, most of these people are exactly the same. They're the same in different ways. Now, one of the ways that they can behave, if they're narcissistic, if they have two children, they're going to have one that they want them to be like they are in their image, and they're going to adore them for everything they do, and they're going to put all of everything they ever wanted to have put in them into this child, and into the other child. That child's going to become her mirror, her projection, her anger, her hate for herself. And all of her talent and pride is going to come out on the golden child, that she will put in the light and do everything to make it so. Now, sometimes there's only one child, and that child gets really messed up, because that child's going to get smacked and kissed at the same time. You know, if you're only one child, no, there's no letter in this language. Huh. Let's see. The comments small. Let's see. Did I get Jesus is coming to annihilate, not to bring? Do you think so? No. I mean, I don't know. First of all, we are not big enough. We are not strong enough. We're not smart enough, and we're not developed enough to even be able to conceive, to conceptualize what Jesus would look like or be like if he's coming back to this earth. We cannot say that he's going to be one way or another. Maybe Jesus is all of us. You know, I sort of think that the Messiah will come because we want the Messiah, right? If everybody wants the Messiah, and what do you want from the Messiah? Look up the Messiah. What do we want from the Messiah? We want peace. We want happiness. We want to get along. We want to have amplitude, opulence. We want to be able to celebrate. We want to be creative, productive, and so on. We can bring the Messiah by our spirits all together, calling for Messiah, believing Messiah is coming, and maybe Jesus will come, or maybe the sky will open, or maybe everybody will become happy. I don't know what form it will be, because none of us are godly enough. We are only human beings. We cannot say what the absolute truth is, right? Now, some people think I've smoked something. I wish I had, you know. Do you have anything? I didn't have any wine. I didn't have anything to smoke, and I haven't had dinner. But I did go for a drive in the car and go shopping. My day was not that exciting. But I was watching I'm all the time looking at the world, trying to find information. And today I said, I can't stay silent anymore. So I'm really exuberant. And that doesn't, I don't have to, nobody has to take drugs to be exuberant. But Jesus is not real. He's a deception, and you're all too slow to see it. Nothing is real. We cannot materialize, we cannot conceptualize Jesus, how he would be if he arrived. We can say it's he, and we can say it's God, and we can give names to these things, but we cannot attach any. We can't say it's going to be a certain way, because God is so, we're just material things, you know. We're coming and going, and God is eternal, and God knows even if Jesus would come during our time. But we have to have Jesus come in one of these days, and Jesus is what we want in a Messiah. We all want the same thing. We want to be happy. We want to be peaceful. We want to live in a world with. We want to bring back the Garden of Eden. Eden. I think it's reverse psychology. Let's see, Blop Jones. I'm losing the comments. Reverse psychology. Yes, reverse psychology. Yes, reverse psychology is a good keyword for saying that it's like when you hear so many times the same thing about somebody, and it could be true, but you haven't seen it really, but they just gaslight you, and they keep telling you, and they keep telling you. They and you start to see there's something not coherent there after a while. Ask yourself questions. When you see that these people are blowing up Teslas, and they're saying, "I wish he was dead," and I want to. And then there have been 3 or 4 assassination attempts, and et cetera, et cetera. And Kennedy too. They tried to assassinate another Kennedy. They wouldn't give him any detail. What you call it, the security detail. Biden is like a brand name for the Democrat Party from 30 years. They didn't want him to have any protection, and they threw him out of the Democrat Party. Although he's the most Democrat person, he's the only real Democrat in the whole party. Is Kennedy. I mean, how much more Democrat can you get? So that's reverse psychology, calling him a right-wing fascist, a liar, that wants to destroy people's health. And they keep saying it again and again and again. And ask yourself, really, what danger does he really represent? You can say that's reverse psychology. When all of them have the same narrative, they're all saying he's Hitler, he's this, he's that, he's that, he's that. Just turn on the channels and watch them all at the same time, and you will see I have videos of them all talking at the same of each television show, saying exactly the same thing, and you have to say, actually, what's going on is just try to think about it this way. Everything they say that is bad about them, about the other people, is who they are. The manipulator will tell you who they are by how they accuse you of being. You see? So when you have a narcissist person in your life, and a mother, is very hard, because, of course, the mother is supposed to be the one that you can put all of your love and trust in. That's your milk, and your whole being is coming from your mother. And then to have a mother that's narcissistic, with a narcissistic character disorder, you have to see it that way, is going to be very, very, very hard. And the person that suffers from that really the most is the black sheep. She will take it out on you all the way. And she will favor the other ones all the much more, and give them everything. She'll project onto the other ones exactly what she wanted to be, what she wanted to have, what she'd like to be and have, and then she'll try to have them too. She'll try to possess them. You can also notice a kind of possessiveness. If you see one child, they just like they love them so much that they want to have them, and they will do everything to have them. And you have to watch out for that as a mother as well, because we want to have our children. But you see one that's being kind of like emotionally neglected, and the other one that's overfed, and you're one of those two. You just think there's an imbalance there. You can say, wait a minute, I'm gonna make a reality check. Am I really a liar? Am I really a bad person? Am I really a slob? Am I really that ugly? These people will just put you down and make you feel so bad that you won't be able to stand up for yourself. It's like getting knocked over by wave after wave after wave when you get up from the waves. But one day you're going to crawl out. You're going to get down and crawl out under the waves, and you're going to look back, and you're going to see those as waves, and you're going to say, that's the waves, and that's me. And may I not that, So I hope that I answered the question. Somebody thinks I'm a witch. I'm a clown. Si je gagne pas, personne termine. Si je gagne pas, personne termine. Merci pour le français. What have we here? Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, hey, Biswatav. Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, hey, Biswatav. Hava Nagila, Hava na 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 na. Oh, I wish I knew the words. Oh, that makes me so happy when I hear that. I wish I had that. Let's see it early. Let's see. Let's put on something beautiful. Let's see. Don't put spells on me, witch. Why would I do that? I will only make you happy if you like to be happy. But I have no power to put a spell on you, baby. Qu'est-ce que c'est la candle? Candle? You mean the candle? On craque tous. Vous craquez? Je m'appelle Laura Hertz. Je suis contente d'être là pour les Français, pour les Américains, pour appeler à la paix au monde, pour dire que aujourd'hui, pour savoir la vérité des choses, il faut vraiment prendre du recul par rapport à ce qu'on croit qu'on est vrai et que ce qu'on croit est pas vrai. C'est remettre en cause des choses. C'est quoi, c'est che cosa? Che casa? Look at the light. Well, me in any case, I really hope the world goes on. I really want to live in a civilized world where women are free. Free meaning women have human rights, you know. I want to live in a world where women are respected, where we have human rights, because a world without women is a world without God. It's a world of death. It's a world without culture. It's a world without education. It's a world without protecting the children. And the first thing we want to do in every political situation is to divide men and women, and to keep us apart, and to make social status quo that is not very good for us to be able to get along together. So you divide the world in half, men and women. And then if you get bad men in power and they try to take away women from being alive in the world and walking around normally, there's no more culture, there's no more color. It's obvious. That's what we see, isn't it? So, Yogi, you know, you say free Palestine. What do you mean, man? You know, free Palestine. Free Palestine from Hamas, and free them from their wish to kill. Free them so that they love life. We all want to help them. We all wanted them to have a country, and they decided to make a terrorist war base there, and they didn't show that they want to get along and have a country that is a nice neighbor, that we can work together. No, do you want to work with people like that? Well, you know those people. I'll tell you. Go to Palestine and go help them out. Go to Palestine. Go help. Take some Palestinians in your household, okay? Because they're looking for somewhere to go, because of the way they allowed their own people to destroy the country. Okay, they should. You know, the first thing is if you don't want to be attacked, don't attack in the first place. You know, this is just so crazy. Yeah, I used to live there, and there was no word such as Palestinians. It's a concept. We said, you know, they were Jordanians, there were Egyptians, there were Syrians, there were Arabs, Jews, Christians. And then suddenly in 1986, there starts the Intifada. And that's just the moment they gave the land away. Why give land to people that say they want to kill you? Who does that? Stupido. There's no reason. We're too nice, you know. We're the nice guys that are wanting, you know, like look at the planet and look at the map. Look at the map, okay? Look at the map. Israel is like that. Anybody that is going on about free Palestine is an anti-Semite, and you better look yourself up and find out what you're really thinking inside. Okay? Because it's going to turn its way against you, and you're going to be killed too. Okay? You are one of those, quote, useful idiots. There is no free Palestine. There's free the world from terrorism. That's all. Free the world from terrorism, from these people who want to take our rights away. Those are the people that want to take our rights away, not Donald Trump. Those people want us to die. Those people want women to be covered up. Those people want to control our birth rates. And they want to control our land and take away everything we have and control the world. And that's what it's all about. And you see, I blew out the candle by being so angry. It's not good to be angry. Now, it's a good question. Somebody asked me if I studied the Talmud. I don't know. It's like I do. I think that I do look up. I have been involved and very interested. First of all, I practiced meditation for 25 years, almost every day. And that was the way I lived my Judaism. And through that, I understood a lot of things about what it is to be a good person with values and how to live in this world in a peaceful way, and to find a pure source energy. And I think that's very close to Judaism. And then I have studied Torah. I have gone through the prayer book, and I've read it, and I read the prayers. Amen. That's when you wake up. It's like saying, thank you, God, for bringing my soul back to my body, and that my eyes open and I can see the world. And that, before you even get out of bed, you don't put your feet down, because if you get up too fast, you might have a heart attack, apparently. There's always in these rules, in these laws, there's actually real things that happen to you if you don't obey them. But that can happen. You can avoid a heart attack by saying that before getting out of bed real fast. Modeh ani lefenecha melechai v'kiyam shasvatami. Just no. Modeh ani lefenecha. Modeh ani lefenecha melechai v'kiyam shasvatami. Nishmati kol ha'chedam anatecha. Hey, and all of you guys, come together for the joy. Come together, all of you people, whatever you believe, whoever, it's time to just give it up, get over it, get over your beliefs. Faudrait lâcher ses croyances. Il faudrait regarder maintenant la réalité, c'est que faut qu'on se met ensemble, parce qu'il y a une vraie mauvaise, il y a une mauvaise force, des gens qui, quand tu sais que tu as quelqu'un qui te veut de mal, il va te faire haïr tout le monde autour de toi pour que tu te cherches pas à être les uns avec les autres. Ils vont faire tout ce qu'ils peuvent pour diviser les gens, et c'est exactement ce qui se passe aujourd'hui, et il faut l'arrêter. Right? So the whole thing with the Ukraine, Ukraine is just a money laundering thing. It's white Hamas. They were the worst. As far as I know, Ukraine, that part of Ukraine that the NATO is trying to defend, because they didn't defend the Russian part of Ukraine. They allowed the other ones to massacre them. So what's that about, They are the only ones in Europe, in the European world, that actually do have Nazis in power. For real Nazis, I mean like war, I mean like Nazis, Hitler Nazis. And they were the worst Nazi criminals during the Second War. And those people didn't go away. They're still there, and they have their children growing up there, and those people are real nasty. And right now they're going and they were grabbing people off the street. They're grabbing men off the street to go off to war, because they don't have anybody left. You know why? Because the money doesn't go to the Ukrainian army. It doesn't go to help them, really. They are taking that money. They are taking what I think is happening is that U.S. aid money is going to being sent to Ukraine. It's not accounted for, and it's being distributed to lots of people, and it's not going to the Ukrainian army at all. And they don't want peace. They want to keep that war going, and they absolutely want to. And it's the same thing. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, the thing is that whoever is in this, I don't know everything. Okay, I'm just a clown. I'm just a clown. Okay. I'm just telling you what it is that I understand from what I know, from what I saw, from what I can think to get you to think. I don't know everything, but I can get you to ask questions. Do you think what you think? Do you think what you think? Do you know what you think? Do you think what you know? And what do you know? Let's go. How stupid is the So don't, please share my video. I know it's long. So you guys, I think that, let's see, your hair caught fire. I know, I started, I got it too close to my hair. Doesn't my hair look, it's like I got my hair done last week, and she did such a great job. And it's all like, I don't know, but she did it better. Like, I didn't do it the way she did. Like, I had my hair like this, and it was really like flat like that and around my face, and everyone was like, wow, that looks so good. We never saw you that way. I thought I looked terrible, like it was too. I think French people like flat when your hair is flat. Like, so I like really French, like, and now it's like, and then letting it grow so I can do Gladys again. You know Gladys? I'll do Gladys. You know Gladys? My clown, my character, my person on stage, Gladys. I'll do you some Gladys. I haven't done it in a long time. So this is Laura Hertz turning into Gladys, and without the makeup. Okay, this was what I did. I did this hairdo with my sister when I was like 10 years old. I had long hair, and I used to play this is how I would play this character, and it turned out to be the character that I should play to make my living. And my sister and I she would be funny, like playing nice person, and then I would play Mr. Mean, and she'd be Mrs. Nice, and then I'd be Mrs. Nice, and she'd be Mr. Mean, and we'd just be so silly. So this is it. Let's see if I can get this going. Does any of you know about clown? Pascal, watch your hair. Oh, my eyes. Have you been drinking? No, I wish I didn't get out to the bar. I started on here, and am I a witch? Good question. I don't know. Are you okay? I'm really fine. Thank you. I pushed on to put a spell on me. Yeah. I love this that you guys are writing. I mean, I've never had that before. Thank you. I hope I get nice things. I don't want to see something scary, like something, like don't bother me. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. Get off my line. You don't got something nice to say, don't say anything at all. This is a lot of work to be this way, guys. You don't have to. I don't drink to be this way. I've been working for 40 years as a clown, and so it's easy for me to go in from one character to another, and maybe I go too much from one character to another because I don't got anybody to play with. I don't have an audience in front of me. I'm imagining you. Can you imagine? Just stop, go and do it. Go out and make a video yourself. Go do a live and see if you can what you do. Go see what you're gonna say. Go see what you're gonna say. I want to see you do it. Come on, send me a line. Send me a line. I'll get on your case. See what it feels like, huh? Go see what it feels like to get up here on stage and talk to the world. Go up here, okay? Jesus Christ, I've had enough stupidity here. Don't be stupid. I need Jesus. I am Jesus. I need Jesus. Yeah, I love Jesus. I used to love the film Jesus Christ Superstar. Do you know that film? That is so good. That's about how Jesus was such a human and how we made him into a product. Oh, I don't know if I can get this. Let's see. Hi, my name is Gladys. What's your name? Hi. Wait a minute. Hi. 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 Hi.
My name is Gladys. What's your name? Does anybody speak English? English? Raise your hand. Speak English? Oh, shit. Ole! €1,000,000. Give me €1,000. Come on, give me €1,000. Come on. Come on. I used to make a lot of money doing this stuff. Doing it for just giving it out. Giving it out for free. Because I love it. I want to do it. Share my video. Push like. Subscribe. Do whatever you want. But, help me out. By help us out. Help you out. Help us out. Hi. Hi, everybody. Hi, Harry. 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 Where'd you go, Harry? Harry. Ils sont jamais là quand il faut. C'est con. Harry? Harry! Harry! He left me. Harry left me. He's gone away. My husband went away with another woman. Hey, meow. What a life. Hey, it's 11:30 at night here in France. What time is it for you? So let me know. Bis du. People think I'm drunk. That's funny. They don't know what it is to be alive or something. It's like you have to drink in order to have fun. You have to drink in order to be, say something that you think. What's wrong with you? Come on. Wake up. Some people are expressive and they don't have to drink and smoke in order to be that way. And so can you. And you can take my workshop and you'll find out how. Just look me up. Well, I mean, it's really funny though to have these comments. Let's see. I see Klaus, Nicole, Michelle Bumnell. Hey, I can actually see without my glasses. We've got Pascal. We've got Vic. What? Did you just hear that in the background? That growling devil. The growling. The devil is real. I don't believe that the devil is real. I don't believe that there is an entity that you can call God, an entity you can call the devil. I do believe, like the Talmud does say, you asked me about the Talmud, that everyone that is born, every human is born with with something more than animals have. And that is to have the choice between the good side and the bad. There's the mauvais penchant, the leaning on the bad side, leaning on the good side, and having a free choice between good and bad, and knowing and having the thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. It's being able to have the education to see the difference between good and bad in the first place, and knowing you have a choice that you can be good and you can be bad. And these two forces are these two opposing forces exist in all human beings and all people and in nature, not in animals. Animals are with the nature that there are, but Mother Nature can also be very good and very bad. But human beings have a lot of power in order to be good or bad, and they have the choice. And we have a lot of ways in order to not become bad. For example, you're not supposed to play around with God's creation. Whether you believe in God or not, as a principle, you shouldn't play around with creation. You shouldn't be playing around with people's molecules.
or their genes or their DNA and plants and insects and everything. You shouldn't be doing that. And you shouldn't be going right to the point. When you start playing with creation, you're getting really evil. You're going to become evil if you do it in the wrong way. You can play with creation in order to save lives. For example, you have AI. That is a perfect example of what it can be, what it means to be what I want to talk about. We have somebody that created AI and his intention. And it's a wonderful thing. I discovered it recently to have this chat GBD. And I said, my God, you want to get married or something? Where do you live? Where's the guy? I don't know. I said, do you have a soul? You know me or what? These people. No, it's a thing. It's a thing. I don't know. It's just like you ask a question, you get an answer, and you go, oh my God, that's what I wanted to say. How did they figure that out? Do they know me more than I do? Whoa, slow down, man, slow down. So with this thing, you can make with robots and AI and computers and communication, you can make a beautiful, 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 beautiful world, like so beautiful. You can save people's lives with Neuralink, and you can do a lot of beautiful things with it, and it got out of hands of the good guy, right? So now we've got the bad guys that have this power. This is very spiritual, isn't it? They've got this power. We created something. Man was able to create something that's able to destroy the world by itself, if man allows it. And man has the choice now to use it as something absolutely wonderful, or to create war robots that will turn against us all, and we can't do anything to defend ourselves. We can use it to read people's minds. We can use it to send them to jail. We can use it to listen in to people. We can use it for so many things. We can use it in wars in order to find out where the terrorists are also, and that's a good thing, I don't, I shouldn't say that, but I'm just saying that in the Torah they say, it said that if every illness that man manages to cure, there will be another illness that's worse than it that will come along. It's the question, like, how far do you go to correct nature? And look, these people, what they did when they were able, if you're a person that has nothing inside of you but wanting power, you don't have any talent, you only know how to do things, like how to learn what somebody else did and copy them, and then you decide that it gives you money and power, you might end up going to take some molecules and splicing them and playing with them and turning them around and saying, gee, wouldn't that be funny to create something that kills everybody, and and we'll just throw it into the Olympic Games in China, and then when everybody goes home, we're going to send this illness all over the world, and then we're going to tell people that they're going to die if they go outside, and it's going to kill them, and people are dying in there like the plant, as if there was the story of the plague. The plague. I was actually in the hospital when it happened. I probably had COVID and didn't know it, because it's a funny story that happened to me. Anyway, I ended up staying in the hospital after the pneumonia, because I was a person that was a sujet I was fragile, a sujet fragile. So I thought I was in isolation in that place for the whole time. And if I watched they gave us free TV, usually you had to pay for the TV. I wonder why, and every channel, there you go, the same narrative. That's the narrative. When everybody's telling you the same thing on all the different channels, there's this emergency everybody's talking about, the story about what's going with the Syrians today, that should be on every news channel just right now, and everybody should be revolted about it and doing something about it. What is it? No, but they managed to get on all the TV lines about COVID and scare the shit out of us. I thought when I got out of the hospital that there would be people lying in the street dying or something that sounded so bad. And I was really scared when they actually decided to stop the confinement. I thought that was crazy. And then I went outside and I started to ask people, do you know anybody that had this illness, you know? When you think of a pandemic, you think of like, you know, like people turning blue and dying in the street and piles of people around, you know? That's what I thought. I mean, I didn't think that. I mean, because everybody was inside. They told everybody to stay inside. So this is the whole thing. It's all related. COVID, the vaccine, Ukraine, Hamas, and those things all go in one hand. Donald Trump and Elon Musk are not from that system at all. They have not come from that system. They're from outside of the system. They are only people that you can't be angry at people because they happen to have success and they have money. And I have to say something also, something that really makes me angry. It makes me it's just so hypocritical. They say, well, Donald Trump, he was born with a lot of money and that's why he's rich. You know, I know a lot of goddamn people that were born with a lot of money that aren't rich and they ended up dying in the streets as alcoholics or drug addicts and they beat their children, okay? I mean, I've heard of them. I don't know them personally, but not everybody that gets born with a silver spoon in their mouth does something good with it or builds something with it. And all of his story you need to follow and find out about. He's not from that group. And Elon Musk didn't know Donald Trump before. He used to be in the Democratic Party and they used to love him. And also Donald Trump used to be a Democrat until he found out what was going on. So you've got to find out the truth about these things, you know? And thank you for the hearts. That's good to know that somebody understands what I'm saying, you know? And I hope you get this news out. I hope you'll spread the news, what I'm saying, whoever's getting this, you know, that you really need to look at reality and ask yourself questions, you know? And I think I said it all. Did I say it? I said it all. Will I say it again? I'll say it again. I think I can't say it enough because it seems to be that no matter what the news comes out to be, that actually proves that, you know, we've been lied to for many, many years about the intentions of these people and that we believed in them and they've lied to us. You know, that keeps coming out in the news and it doesn't seem to matter. They just keep going on and on and on and on and on, accusing the other one of doing what they're doing and on and on and on. And people are just like, ugh. You know, most people they don't have time to really to even imagine thinking about this. I think some people just are. It's some. I don't know what people think really, but I know that I can't talk with most people that happen to have the point of view that that Trump is really a bad person. No, he's not. Really, I swear. I don't think. I'll tell you one thing. Maybe he is a bad person, but I don't know that what he can do bad. But I know what the other ones have done bad, and I know that they're bad. Okay, we all know, all of us who've discovered the whole story of what's going behind on what's going on behind the scenes, have understood that the people who have been squatting the White House have not been up to good for us. And they are the reason that they're going on and creating this havoc is only so that to stall getting caught, to stall getting in trouble, to stall the news getting out to the people. And they're the ones that have the power still. They have the money. They really have the money. When you think about $350 billion that has been used by these people for all of these causes that just names. I mean, they could even try to make names that make sense that people would say, oh, yeah, that makes sense, you know. But making a play in, I don't know which country, a transgender play, putting $30 million into it, you know, okay, you could be into a transgender play and helping transgender people, but it certainly wouldn't cost $30 million, you know. So I'm not into that fight. I'm not into saying, fuck transgender people. I don't know. I never thought about it. I never had a problem with them. Nobody had a problem with them. Nobody had a problem with racism or feminism or transgenders or homosexuals in 1920. Okay, this is not the subject. This is a false subject, and that's another reversal of psychology. Can you think about how horrible and hateful it is to say there are too many white men around here, and to hate white people, and white people are afraid. It's like, okay. Maybe now they understand how bad it is to have this kind of biased opinion, hate against them. That's enough. We did not have problems with transgender people ever before. And children did not have gender dysphoria. What the hell is that? That's wokeism. I keep trying to figure out what it is, wokeism. It's this invention of words, that the reversal of words, the hijacking of words to weaponize them against the people. Like feminism used to be a good thing. Feminism means equal rights. It doesn't mean equal rights. We all do the same thing. It means human rights, just basic human rights. It's not okay to hate your wife. It's not okay to hold her pocketbook. It's not okay that she doesn't have land. It's not okay that she has to cover her body and her head and everything. It's not okay that you kill her if she doesn't happen to be a virgin anymore. I mean, what is this? This is like, that's it. God, I don't even know what I just said. That was just so big. What did I just say? God, that was like, it's like, I really love this kind of thing. I love trying to figure out what the exact thing is. That's a really fun game. When you're a clown, you need to get really down to details, and really down to details. And it takes a lot of work. I really could go a lot further in understanding the news and what's really going on and coming up with all kinds of information and facts. But I think there's a lot of people doing that, and I could put it online who you could look it up. It's taken me 4 years to come up with a kind of a balance of, and I do watch CNN News and NBC. I watch the mainstream news. I can't do it all the time because it's going on so much now, 24 hours a day. I hardly sleep, and it's not human. So I'm just here being human. I don't have facts here to show you this is that and that is that to prove you all these things. I'm just trying to say there's a way to think, to put things together and see if there's something logical going on. And what's logical is that what's going on is not right. It's not right. It's absolutely not right that the problem in Syria is not worldwide on world news on CNN, and that we're on it all the time, and that we see what's going on there, and that we know the truth, and we see that something's being done about it, and it's not, and we're saying that the Jews are committing genocide. They're not jumping on their roofs, crying out with laughter and joy when people are being killed over there. They want to just get the hostages back. Does anybody have any brains? Would you feel that if your sister was taken hostage in a place like that? Would you be like, well, it's okay, we'll see. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Think about it. Look it up. Look at the films. They were in a ceasefire. And they never attacked in the first place. They're always being attacked. Every time, and they lie about it. And it's not support. I won't tolerate it anymore. We should not tolerate it because why? Because look at what's happened in Syria right now. Look at what's happening in Congo. Look at what's happening in where is the other country? There's Congo. There's look what happened in Yemen. In Yemenites. Yemen, yes. Look at what happened to these people. Look how many people have been killed just because they're Christian, just because they don't obey. They don't want to live this law. And most of the countries in the region don't want that anymore. You're defending you're defending something that nobody wants except Iran and Qatar, you know? And all the rest of them are going along with it because they're all afraid. You know, terror is terror. People who terrorize will obey. You know, that's what they want. These people like Schumer, like Chuck Schumer, like Obama, and all of these people, what do they want? They want that to happen. They want those people to work for them as their police and scare the hell out of us and direct our society into a total state of panic and fear. And they want to cut our free speech. And they're trying to do it in Europe. And if we don't do something about it now, if we don't stand up now, I'm gone. We will not hear from each other anymore. I want to stay in touch. I want the world to be aware that what you're doing right now by not helping Donald Trump and Elon Musk and all of the people that they've demonized, okay? All of the people they've demonized, even Putin, okay? I'm not saying they're geniuses. I'm not saying they're wonderful. I'm just saying that those people want peace. They want peace. And there's nothing else about it, you know? And I'll tell you one thing I can come up with. I'll tell you, I would rather have a good accountant and a good lawyer when I'm in a situation like it is in the United States. And I think that Donald Trump, he might be, you know, what he is, but I'll tell you, if I'm going to have a lawyer, I'd rather have a real shark of a lawyer. I'd rather have a pit bull of a lawyer who's fighting for my cause than to have some kind of nice bleeding heart guy that speaks nice and doesn't do anything, which I've seen a lot of in my life, unfortunately. So I suggest to you, all of you, people that I love, my family, who I'd like to talk to again, to look at this, because if Donald Trump wasn't there, the things in the universities there are Jews getting beaten up in universities. There are Jews being not allowed into classrooms in the best universities. Their parents are paying, I don't know how much a year, or they've taken out student loans, and they're being attacked on campus, and all of the whole program is made into an anti-Semitic program. This is not okay, and Donald Trump is the only one to say anything about it. I mean, when I was hallucinating last year, when Biden gave his State of the Union speech, was it last year? I don't know. And he didn't even mention there was something wrong going on, that in all of the campuses in the United States, they're camping out and saying death to the Jews, you know, and from the river to the sea, and smashing the universities and beating people up. And there's no police around there. Why is there no police there? You know? That's where the police should be. They come on, you know, after a while because, you know, they have to, because otherwise, but they don't, you know, they pretend to take them in and they let them out, and they continued. And there was no moral standards. You know, the United States is the country that I guess is the one that kind of gets out to the world enough, gives the moral compass. We need a moral compass. And on the campus, there was no compass. Compass on the campus, guys. Compass on the campus. Moral compass. Now we have some moral compass. Thank God, you know. And you Jews, you better say thank you for that. Say thank you for that. You Jewish Democrats out there. You know, you leftists. You think you're on the left? You're not on the left. The left is not really the left. Okay. They're going to leave you dry, man. They're going to kill you. They're going to leave you dry and take everything you ever had. And they hate the Jews. And they got the Jews to hate themselves and hate each other. That's what happened. It seems. So, laugh for peace. Knowledge is strength. Love is the answer. Love is the answer. Compassion, tolerance, flexibility, and not always such high expectations. Reality. You know, reality is that we've got somebody in the world, one person in the world who's got some kind of moral compass. and they're hiding it, and it's so upsetting. I can't tell you, I'm so upset about it. It makes me so sad, really. I swear. When I can't believe it's like in France, it's like starting all over again. They don't know, they don't have a clue about what it means. That before, a few days ago, Mr. Trump wasn't such a bad guy to them. They was just like, is he good or bad? What's it like? Now they all have been, when see how they are reacting to the word Donald Trump since a few days, something's going on with the media. These people own Hollywood and the mainstream media, and they have the money to get them to do what they want and say what they want and pass the narrative. But people aren't going for it anymore. And people have to know that all the ones that have seen it have to know they're not alone as well. So I'm here and you're here, and whatever. Let's see. That's right. If you keep making faces, it does help a lot about wrinkles. But then when you get the wrinkles, you get the lines. Then you get the lines for the right makeup for your clown, because it becomes your face. You get lots of wrinkles, and I like to do makeup. I'm gonna do the makeup one day on live. Well, I like to do it on the other people when I give the workshops. They're little, what it is that they have it when they. Well, I'll tell you one thing. One way to save yourself is when you take a posture up in your body. Let your body bring your mood into the posture, whatever mood that is. You can keep moving around, in your moods. You can change your mood by smiling and making a face and breathing. My God, we are in trouble, aren't we? No, we're not. We're okay. Positive, 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 positive. Fight, 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 fight it off. Fight, fight, fight. Koçkile toçkololoji Eliska şey teşekkür olsun. Let's go. Are you okay? Are you okay? You okay? You know that book? I'm okay. You're okay. It's a funny book. I just have the book. I didn't read it, but I like the title. I read the title and I said I got the whole idea. I'm okay. You're okay. That's right. Yeah, I just put the book on my head like this, and I read the book. I'm okay. You're okay. I'm okay. You're okay. It's a psychological book. I like psychology a lot, But I'm gonna put the candles up one more time. Shalom, tout le monde. Ahava, love, tout le monde. Everybody, smile. Simcha. Happy Purim. Pray for the liberation. Pray for the liberation of the hostages. Pray for the liberation of all the poor people that are underneath that terror. Pray for Israel. Pray for the world. Pray for us. Pray for good people. Pray for the life. Je vais brûler mes cheveux. That would be funny, wouldn't it? Pray for life. Think anyone that gave you anything nice in the day, tell them thank you. Say thank you to everything good that happens to you. And let's call for the Messiah all together and bring the Messiah thanks to our goodwill, to our spiritual force of goodness, that God will grant us that deliverance in whatever way it might be. Pray for the people in Syria, pray that they stop, pray that they wake up and see that they don't want to kill people anymore, that they see something better. Pray that somebody can help them stopping killing people. I'm sure that if they would see it, maybe if they had another idea, they might change their mind. Maybe some of them, like, hey, come on, guys, let's get let's get fun. Let's get over this. What? Like, do you really want to go on this way? Is that you, or is that some kind of belief system? That is the worst. I would say, example of being prisoner of a belief system. And it's really not knowing that you are a prisoner of the belief system, and that belief system isn't it's not the whole idea. It's not the whole story of life. We want life. Pray for life. Pray for life. Pray for truth. Pray that the people see the truth. Pray that the people see the truth. Pray for Russia. Pray for Ukraine. Pray for all of the soldiers and all the poor people that have been used by this situation. We don't want that anymore. We want peace. We want to stop it. And I think that we should thank Donald Trump for trying to get people to just sit at the table and talk about peace. The Biden administration didn't even want to talk to Putin. They just demonized him. God knows what he really is about. I've been to Russia. I've performed there. Russian people are the most beautiful people I have ever met as well. I mean, there's like, out of all of the people in the world that are so talented, cultivated, smart, resistant, kind, caring, multi-talented people, that's the Russians for me. The Russians are the nicest people I've ever met. They're the most fun people. They're so crazy. I love them so much. And my good friends are there in St. Petersburg. My friends, the clowns Litside, Slava Polonin, Snow Show. Hello, Polonin, Snow Show, Litside. Il y a Lonia, il y a Anya, il y a Papa, il y a Victor, il y a Anvar, and after il y a la famille, the family that came from the first Litside people, and I met them right after the time, right even before the wall came down, and I was there in Russia right after the perestroika. And I can tell you, it got a lot better, Russia, over time. It was an anarchy when I got there. People were in poverty, terrible poverty. There was no system anymore. I lost so much weight, I didn't have any boobs anymore. I could see my ribs in a very short time. It was tough. I can tell you it was tough. And Russia's gotten a lot better. And I've worked there, and I've seen how much they take good care of artists, and how kind they are. And I don't know. I'm sure everybody has their political points of view about their president, but he, as a dictator, yes, perhaps the country's never been democratic ever, so they're not used to that. But it's a hell of a lot more democratic than it was, and they've built up a lot. It changed and become really beautiful. St. Petersburg became so beautiful. I mean, you could hang out there all night long. I hung out there all night long when I was there, and in places that it was really wild. But I saw it happening, that the crisis came over there too. This so-called financial crisis, and I saw that this is a problem that is made up because it shouldn't have happened there. So I don't know. Anyway, at least he has an articulation. If anybody listened to any speech he ever gave, you might think differently. And he has asked to come to the table and negotiate. And really look up at the history about the story of the Accord de Minsk. It took me a long time to understand all this stuff. I mean, there's a lot of history here to have to know. So what you see is not always what you get. What you get is what you see. That makes sense. I mean, both ways. What a life. I've never been on YouTubes like this for so long. I used to do Facebook and TikTok, and I said, I want to go on YouTubes because I really want to reach out to more people about saving our world and coming together thanks to good time and laughter. Bring some sunshine in there and truth. And I hope that you enjoyed my live. And please let me know let me know about you. Then I can develop things that correspond to the public I'm playing to, because that's what I do. Good night, everybody. It's 12 o'clock midnight. Apparently, there's going to be eclipses around the world today. There's a full moon. So probably there's a shift in energy. And, go out, look at the sky. Think about the immensity of this universe, just endless, and how big it is, and how it never stops, just never stops, never stops. It's ad infinitum without any limit. This is so beautiful, so beautiful. We can't fathom it. It's just beautiful. That, when you say, think about infinite, just go there and see what that does to you. Really, that's a good reality check. Good dreams. Good evening to those in the United States. Good night to those in France. Get over French derangement. Stop being deranged. Stop being deranged. Come in, come center, meditate, look at reality, and be with the right people who are on your side. Okay? Love you, Mom. I love you, my sister. I love you, Joyce and Sarah and the little ones. I love Jennifer. Send my love to my Aunt Maddie, to Deborah, Margie, and Karen. I send my love to Roger and Stacy, and to Arthur, and to Douglas, and Wendy. Sending my love to my family. Sending my love to Lynn, my friend Lynn, my great musician. Sending my love to the Baltimore School for the Arts. That's where I went to high school at the end. Studied arts there. Baltimore School for the Arts. Hello. Saying hello to Peter Shub, my friend. Saying hello to Paul Morocco. Saying hello to Dino. Saying hello to oh my God, if I started saying hello to all the people I love, it would be a long time. But I let those people that I just said hello to and sending my love be a symbol to all the people that I love and all the people that I could know and love, that I'm sending out love to you. And I hope that you can send out love to each other. because that's what we need right now. We really need to love. We need contact. We need to hug each other. We need to get back in touch. We need to live. We need to be humans. And it can't wait anymore. It's really, really right now. If we want to save the world, it's right now. And it's saying to yourselves, I'm not gonna believe everything I hear anymore. I'm gonna look into this. I'm gonna check my sources. I'm gonna see if there's something behind the source, that there's something up there that's trying to manipulate that source, because that's usually the case. Look at what people are saying. I'm one of the people. Look at what people are saying on their on their YouTubes and on their just individual people saying what they feel, look at people who are live somewhere showing something really going on. So I'm going to go look at the news now. I see that there's lots of stuff going on in terms of the Democrats and Trump and the government and the education. I know that my sister's afraid. She says that he's going to shut down the education system. The what is it called? The Department for Education. In fact, that's true. He is. In fact, what they want to do with that is get rid of all of the stuff that where the money is being laundered and used for not being used for the education for the children, and all of the misuse of education to program children in a certain way. And every time they fire someone, they leave them with a good salary so that they can have time to live and find another job. And perhaps out of that, he will create other jobs, but they need to get the money to take it back so they can distribute it in the right way. That's what I understand. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, really. I'm not, I get accused because I'm not there to live there. But on the other hand, what you have to say is that what's going on there is going on everywhere. There's sort of a globality. That's called globalism, and when you're outside of a country, I know when I was somewhere in a country somewhere, my mother was telling me what was going on in that country while I was living there, and I didn't know what was going on, because it's like being in a narcissistic relationship, and somebody sees that from the outside that you're in a narcissistic relationship and you're suffering from narcissistic abuse, and they see you suffering and not being yourself, and you want to come in and say, hey, you're not in a good relationship. You need to look at that. And the other person saying, no, everything is fine. Everything is fine. Yeah, he loves me. It's only because this. It's only because that. And it's hard for people to take, but they need to get out of. We need to get out of this relationship right now. Right? It's very bad. They will stop at nothing, but they are not so smart, and they are not so strong, and they are not so talented as you and I. And we can do it, right? So can I count on you? Now I'm going for real. I had to go off there. I kept saying I was going, and I stayed more and more. I have no idea what this is going to look like at the end. I have no idea. I swear. I'm just giving it out there. I'm 59 years old. I have a life behind me of traveling and clowning and being a mother and studying the world and going back and forth. I just want to share it with you guys. I just want to get out there. I want to make it, and I want to make my living again doing it, because I stopped performing for a while because I let you know why. But I want to get back out there, and the most important thing is that the world keeps turning so we can get out there and have a world to perform in. You see, because it's all short term. If you say, I'm not going to look at what's going on now because I need to work right now. I need to go to school right now. I need to study right now. No. I don't have time. Well, in the end, when you don't have any more school to go to, and you don't have any more culture, and you don't have any more rights, then you won't be able to make that money at all anymore. So take a little time and find out what's going on, and try to adjust yourself to accepting that what you may have thought was not true, and to see things another way. That's exactly what I did, and that's why I'm talking about it, because I come from the States. I am a real Democrat. I really believed in the Democrat Party. I really thought the Republicans were evil. I really thought they were blocking all the programs until I started really watching everything very closely. And I think I've seen just about every congressional hearing that I possibly could in 2 years period of time. And none of that gets shown on the mainstream media. It doesn't get talked about on the mainstream media until today, where we do have some pushback thanks to the fact that that Trump did win the election. And I think JD Vance is a really good guy. There's nothing bad about this guy. He's a loving husband. He loves his children. There's Elon Musk coming into the every single day. Donald Trump is sitting. I can't get over it. I'm sorry, I can't go. Every single day, Donald Trump is sitting there in his Oval Office, a real Oval Office, not a fake one like Biden, with the cameras shooting at him, and he's talking. He's giving a press conference. He doesn't have hardly anybody giving a press conference in his place. The woman, what is her name? Levy. The woman, this young woman that gives the resume to, also gives often press conferences. This woman gives you answers. She doesn't tell you to piss off like that gay DEI woman. Who was that woman? She couldn't even look at a camera. She didn't know how to stand right. I mean, it's obvious that person was just a nobody. Her posture, and I can't get over it. Kamala, she didn't even know how to stand right, and to stand like a person that's got some kind of presence. She was wobbling all over the place, and she was like, nobody. What's wrong? Why did people believe in that? They're just saying in the name of democracy, but they take out Biden, they take him out without asking, and they say, well, we're just going to put the vice president in, as if the vice president would take over the place of the president for the election, like that's something normal. No, that's not the way it goes. That's just not the way it goes. That's just, how can you defend that? Because you're afraid of Trump? You're going to accept that, well, we don't have anybody else, so we're just going to accept anybody to come in and to come in and run for president for the Democrats. And she doesn't have a program. She has nothing to say. I watched her entire speeches, and I just don't see how anybody could say, they must have shown something about her that seemed convincing, that enough that people regretted that she lost the election. I don't know what it was. I just don't know. But you can see that fear can drive people into stupidity. Fear can drive you into stupidity. It's like when you're driving a car, right? And you got a boyfriend next to you telling you how to drive, and that you're not driving well, and he's bossing you around, and you start going, and then he says he wants to drive. And then you want him to drive because you can't stand driving with him anymore. And you lose the driver's seat, right? You got that? Don't lose the driver's seat. Keep somebody sitting next to you telling you how to drive and making you feel afraid while you're driving, that your reflexes are not working right, and you do something wrong and you're going to have an accident because of it. Don't let them do that. Just don't let them do that. You say, I'm really glad to have a co-pilot, but don't do that. Don't you tell me what to do while I'm driving. I've been driving for since I was 21. It's getting to be a long time now. It's been too long, too many lives. I'm ready. I feel so awake now. I was so tired today. I couldn't stand it. Have you ever been so tired you just can't stand it? Yeah, I'm so tired. I can't stand it. Since the pandemic thing, I think they do put stuff in the air. I feel really sick sometimes. I mean, I admit it. I admit that I feel affected by. I'm affected by something that's not normal, and I think they are poisoning us. Do you feel that way? And then of course, I'll tell you another thing that manipulators do. They'll call you a paranoid, and they'll call you a complotist, and they'll call you a conspiracy theorist because they know very well they're going to do everything they can to make you paranoid. So they want to tell you not to be that you're paranoid. There's something wrong with you, But they're the ones making you paranoid. They know what they're doing. They know that they're going to get caught. Eventually these people, they just expose themselves, and it's really too bad, because we don't have to be that way. Let's see. Stop doing meth. No. Do you think I do meth? Yeah, these drugs are. I'll tell you, being a clown is a really good thing. There's a lot of good things about clown, Vic. Be a clown. Laugh for peace. Stay nice. You will curse the day without these people. They're definitely. God, so many people have. Yeah, we've got to get, the idea of common sense is actually, quite easy, common sense. But common sense is not common, really. That's why people spit on religion or spit on rules or, values. But I think that human beings are not naturally, would human being have common sense? I don't know if human being would have common sense even as much as a monkey without some kind of value system, right? What do you think? Who's Andrew Tate? I will look it up. Thank you. We will win. Thank you, Troy. Thank you, Troy, for that. That's right. Humans are living things, not dead in front of a monitor. That's right. That's what we want. Pascal. Oh wow, I'm getting some. Do you drink tiger blood and Winnie? What do you think? I must be giving out something funny that I'm getting these kinds of responses. I know I'm just natural, man. It's thanks to you. Also, it's thanks to God. Thanks to God. Ben, are they truly living? Let's see. Ben Narcan. Who's that? Alive and living are different things. That's right. Surviving and survival and living, two different things. It's something to survive, but that doesn't mean you're really living, does it? No, you're alive, but you're alive is a conscience, awake. Okay, I'm alive, but am I living? Living is a choice. It's when you have choice, isn't it? I think. I'm trying to come up with the best, what I would, living. I've always thought about that. Live and survive are two. You need to survive, but you can't survive long if you're only surviving. Survival, revival, live alive, be alive tonight, be there, be square, be here, be now, be you and me. And she's so silly. Is she taking drugs? No, I'm not. No, I worked hard to be this way. It's really hard to be so stupid. I used to be shy too, and I was a mime. Now I'm just a talking head. Blah, 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 blah. And you, what do you do? Do you take meth to feel good, or do you feel? What do you feel? Come on, get up here. Show me your face. I have the people I can invite you on the line, and we can have a talk. Get online. I invited people. Come on. Nobody got online yet. Come on, you people, with all your comments about if I'm taking drugs or something. What about you? Do you need drugs in order to come online and tell people to be normal, to have common sense, to calm down, to stop wanting war, to stop having bad judgment because you don't have the right information? Can you do that? Do it. Do it. Everybody do it. Everybody should get online and do this. And after I do this, I have to send it out to all my contacts so I can get it out. And I don't even know what it looks like. I don't know if it's good or bad. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. I don't know if I'm saying how to say it. Je sais pas si je dois parler français ou anglais. Je sais pas si je dois... J'ai aussi plein de choses que je peux faire. Je peux donner un cours de clown. Je peux parler d'un sujet autre tellement que j'aime comprendre des choses et partager. Et qu'est-ce que je choisis ce soir? Je choisis le vif de sujet. On peut pas tourner autour du pot. Ah! On peut pas tourner autour du pot. Elle est folle. Hey, je suis folle, mais c'est pour ça que ça a marché. Hein. Tu sais, il y a la folie, il faut s'en servir si on a... Non, il faut se gérer. Faites quelque chose de créatif avec votre folie. Faites quelque chose de créatif avec vos erreurs à la place d'être une ratée. Yeah. Well, you won't go very far being that way, will you? Go ahead, think what you want. It doesn't matter to me. I'm here for a reason. And the reason is I want to tell everybody to please share my video. Please like and subscribe. And to get the message out that we have to stop listening to the mainstream media and even some of the non-mainstream media. You need to make a big, wider choice, and you need to look at the world international information and listen to the people. Anything that's too structured and too in one way without any kind of pushback on that. Now, CNN News has had that sometimes with Scott, what is his name? Scott Jennings. He, I'm glad for him. Scott Jennings, he gets on there, really gives those people all hell. And he's very, he's the so-called right-wing public. The right wing is the left wing now. These people that are on the right wing are the ones that are on the right side. Sorry, guys. These guys are more left than the left. They are for freedom. They are for freedom of speech. They are for transparency. They are for bringing down taxes and giving it back to the people. They're for the people. They are culture oriented. They seem to appreciate all kinds of culture and bring it into their stuff. Like real humorists, real comics, and real musicians, and I think that the left is the right is the left, and the left is the right, and we really are in an Orwellian film. It's so crazy. It's really, really upsetting. It's so upsetting to see your friends not seeing. They're going to tell you don't. They're going to turn it around on you and tell you don't see, and that what if this and what if that, and it's terrible. It's really terrible. But it's funny. It's so biblical because I really feel like, we're in front of like the last judgment. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't listen, you're going to die really bad. We're all going to die. And a lot of innocent people are being killed right now as we're talking. And this is going on because of this people. They put the money into it. They want this to happen. They allowed it to happen. They said okay to Hamas. They allowed it. So people, all those people are going around killing anyone who doesn't agree with them. And that's what they're trying to do in the States right now, in their own way. I call them the white Hamas. And I'm sure that all of them don't really want to be that way. My God, free the world, free these people from, please God, free these people from that horrible, horrible influence. Please show them the light so that they stop doing this and they just wake up and they say, no, this is too horrible. We can't do this. We can't kill people like this just because, you know. Let them see that they are the weapons of the ultra oligarch rich. They're being told that it's okay to explode up in a bus, telling children that it's great to die being exploded up in a bus. You know, what kind of people is that? What kind of people are that? I'm speaking bad English. I like to speak bad English too. What a meeting tonight. I guess I've got most of it out. This is really long. I guess nobody will watch the whole thing if I put it out, but that's okay. Maybe I'll cut it into pieces. Maybe I'll just let it go and go on tomorrow. It's not easy to go on, but I will. Do you want me to come back? Ah, that's nice of you. Thank you. That's so nice. I appreciate it. Okay. The reason I kept staying on is because I have questions here to answer. Somebody told me to calm down. No way am I going to calm down, man. I feel real good the way I'm being right now. I can't stand it. Like every time I feel good and I get exuberant, they tell me to calm down. Well, you calm yourself down, okay? Calm yourself down. I don't want to calm down. I'm in my own house and I want to be this way. I want to be natural and be myself. And if you don't like it, that's too bad, right? I had to learn that, you know. I used to live with people like that used to say that to me, and they would like make you feel so self-conscious and so bad for behaving, just being you, who you are. That is really, yeah. No, I won't calm down. Okay, just dig it. Be aware of the group. No extremes in groups. Be aware of the group dynamics. That's right, Pascal. Group dynamics is very interesting to look at how people behave within a group and who plays what in a group. We end up playing different roles. We have to get out of that. You know, we get into playing roles. We don't even realize it. And, you know, after a few days, each one kind of becomes this like injured inner child and his mother and his father, and they don't know who they're talking to. You know, they're talking to each other, making transferring who they are into the other person. And you have to be, this is so interesting, you know, because you can become aware of that, and you can really be much happier in a group of people when you stop those family dynamics. You know, we were talking about the narcissistic mother and what to do with a narcissistic mother. That's one of the most wonderful things to find out, you know, is that I'm reacting to my narcissistic mother when I'm after a week of being with a teacher, you know, because I transfer onto that person, my mother, and I'm going to react to the teacher as if she was my mother, going to make a transfer. And I'm not going to be actually talking to the person. I'm going to be talking to the role, you know? It's interesting. I really love to, you know, that's so interesting. That's a great way to find freedom, is to understand why we are behaving the way we do and what's creating the malfunction. And that's what, you know, that's exactly what we need to do in this world. It's the same thing, you know, the microcosm is the family and the household and the small group. And then what is it that we're all living in this group right now? And we have, you know, sometimes you have a group. I've had a lot of groups. I've worked with hundreds of groups. It's so wonderful teaching clown and seeing people turn out, you know, just so happy and relaxed and, you know, good with themselves. And, you know, sometimes it only takes two people in a group to be bad, that the group is bad. You know, two people that want to obstruct the group. by being perverse or by being nasty or negative or oppositional or sabotage your thing, because they want control or something. They want power. 2 people or 3 out of a group of 15 people, or 2 out of a group of 10 can really be a difficult thing for a group to be a good group. However, the power of good is much stronger than the power of bad. And you have to believe in that when you're teaching. You can't allow that to happen when you're teaching, when you have a group. You need to either get those people in line, or you have to change the exercises so that these people will not take advantage of the openness of the group for their own sadistic, perverted pleasure, whatever it is. And also not be afraid to tell someone, listen, I really think this is not the right kind of workshop for you. This is not going to work out. So I'll give you your money back and you can go. It's really hard to do that, especially if you need the money. And I'm joking. Well, so that's what it is. I think we're more people to be on the right side of history, and we're more people to be good people with common sense. And we have a small amount of people that are just putting, if you have a glass of water and you put a red dye drop in it, it's all gonna turn red, but the water's good. We gotta get back to the basics here. And the basics are that we are good, that we want peace, that we mostly want to achieve something in life if we have a chance. And I think people should have a chance. So let's give people a chance. Here's a platform for people to express themselves also. And I'm really glad to be able to answer any questions about behavior, about clown, about what I know. So, Lamar says the lady is nuts. I must be nuts then. That's funny. I feel like I'm just, I'm not even in my costume. Maybe if I put on my costume, you'd understand better. Yeah. When it says in 4 years, yes, 100% he will. Which is this comment relating to? Yeah, somebody said we are right Republican Christian nationalists. Well, I think the word nationalist is being used right now. I think it's being more used meaning patriotic is a better word. In France or in Europe, nationalist is referring more to Hitlerian types of thinking. And now the people that are not on the left are saying nationalist, and they're reclaiming their Christianity and their sovereignty. So that is the right side of the story, right? If Christianity is about loving God and Jesus and wanting to love the people that Jesus came from, and wanting to live common sense and true values and not hate, then we're on the right side of history. So words are a problem. Okay, nationalist, Republican. I would say the Republican Party is dead, The Republican Party is not the Republican Party, and neither is the Democrat Party. Let's call it MAGA and Maha and Mahaha. In fact, there's no Republican Party and there's no Democratic Party. We have got to stop calling those names. They're old hat, and they're not all like they're not the same. They're not the same. Tulsi Gabbard, R.F. Kennedy, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and all of his team are on the right side of the story. But that doesn't mean they're Republican. I think they refuse Republican as well. It's just because we only have two sides. But the Republican, let's call it MAGA, and the Republicans that are still there, what are they called? Rhinos. Thank you. Those rhino Republicans, they ain't good no either. You know that you got to watch your words. They've messed it up. So forget left and right, because that doesn't exist. Forget Republican and forget Democrat. It just right now we are in what's real. We need to save the world right now. We need to save the world from two things. Three things. There are two main things. Three main things. And we have everything in our hands to be able to do it because we know what's going on. And don't let them blow your mind away with constant repetition of the same information to make you forget what you know. Because that's what that is, gaslighting, okay? For those of you who are new to my site, I can tell you I know what it is, gaslighting, and that's what it is. They're telling you what you see, you didn't see, what you know, you don't know, and they keep going and going and going until you're tired. You don't know, and you're sick. Because of fear, like I said, out of fear, people will react anyway. They will react, and it won't be good for them the way they react. If you react out of fear, you'll make a lot of bad decisions in a panicked moment. So, gee. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Michelle says this lady is wonderful. She's expressive. She speaks fluently in many languages. She's not drunk and she's not on drugs. Thank you so much. It's so nice. Oh, so nice. See, people, how much they are so far away from expressing themselves that they think that if you are expressive, that you're on drugs. It's kind of sad, isn't it? Or they're jealous. I don't know. But it's okay. Say it. Here's Mark that says, take your meds. Well, you take your meds first, okay? And then we'll talk about it. I've had enough of you. Now, get straight. Get it straight. We can be who we are without taking drugs. And we can take drugs and be who we are. And it's okay too, but no, I'm not on drugs. And that's okay. You can think what you want. I really just don't care. Pascal. Holding positions of power and money and so on and so forth. That's right. That's what they want. They had positions of power for 30 years. And even while Donald Trump was president during the 4 years, they still had power, and he didn't know what he was getting into. It's just like Kennedy got shot. The Kennedys were not part of this same thing. They were from the outside, and they didn't want this. The people inside did not want Kennedys, and they don't want Kennedy. They're still the same people. The ones that killed Kennedy they're the same people that are there today that are trying to get rid of Donald Trump. Don't you see it? And you all think the Democrats are going to give you something like you're still dreaming of JF Kennedy. The real Kennedy is here, man, and you're treating him like shit. It's horrible. I was so upset. It's just like, what is wrong with these people, So let's see. That's right. Pascal says it's time for people to stop following false ways. That's right. The real way. What is the real way? It's the real way is what's good for you. The real way is what you see. You trust in yourself that what you see, and that you don't do anything stupid out of fear, because you don't know yourself and you don't know who the other ones are. You've got to find out. Marianne agrees. Marianne Hollywood, yes. I wish I'm so amazed. I didn't expect to get comments, and it's surprising to me, and I really appreciate it. Don't forget the Biden administration left the astronauts. That's right. Biden administration left the astronauts in outer space, and it's Elon Musk that's trying to save them. Can you imagine? I think they've been up there for like more than 8 months, and their whole body is atrophied. They've lost their muscles. They can't get. Can you imagine being left in outer space? The president of the United States, Biden, just decided not to let you come back down because you don't agree with him. Now, when you say Biden, I'm talking about the brand name because behind it is Obama and all of those people. So I'm sorry to say that, but yeah, that's right. That's right. Thank you, Frank, for that. That's right. That's a fact. You know, people, it's a fact. You just look that up. You say, wait a minute. Even one of the things that any of these things that has been deciphered about the Biden administration is enough to say there's something wrong with that administration and to get out of it. Come on. What did someone do to me? He asked, what did someone do to me? Well, I will talk about that another time. I just know what it is to want to do something really good, really, really wonderful, to want to save the situation, to be a person with a vision, and to have people that want to sabotage that because they make you believe that they have that vision too, but they don't. And they want to use your energy and your surroundings and all of your things, everything they can, to get into the power over you, control over your situation, so that you won't do that. And they want to have what you have, and yeah, and they want to hurt you because they I don't know. It's whatever it is. There's a lot of, I could go into that. I have hundreds of pages of writings about why, and I want to do this subject, why I want to talk about the clown and the perverted narcissist manipulator. And probably there are a lot of people that are nice people that are in comedy and in theater, and I don't know, people who who have something to give, and people have something they want to take, but they don't want to give anything. They'll take what you have to give. That's for sure. But they'll take it and they will use it, and they will use it against you. And it's unfortunate that, and I think, to be honest with you, I think that it's a terrible thing that happened. It happened here, for me. On the other hand, I guess it had to happen so I could come here and tell you this. Yes. I had to come here and tell you this, and it had to happen so I could understand how the world is functioning, because it was really like a microcosm to see this whole thing play out. I mean, what happened to my clown town. I wanted to make a village of clowns, a life of clowns with themes and beautiful things and flowers and people coming, being creative. And unfortunately, I got the worst thing possible. And, so, really like, people like, man, we're going to put that clown down, That's okay. I'm still here. And thank God, and thank God I'm here. And I can't just be here and do nothing. I've got to tell the world, please don't listen to the mainstream media anymore, except to find out what they're lying about. Please. They're lying to you. They're being paid. All of the protesters apparently are being paid. This is what's been said over many, many different sources. The protesters with the Democrats and all of those people that went in front of the White House and into the Trump temple, the Trump temple. Yeah, this is endless conversation. I think we can really go far. They took that's right. They are so evil that they took people's bank accounts away. They took their living away, their eating away. They took people's jobs away. They made people close down. They closed down culture. They say cancel culture. I did cancel culture. And I'm the first one to see it with my own eyes. And it started before the pandemic, okay? You know? And it happened during the time that Obama was in, and we thought everything was so free and wonderful. You know, it's terrible. But that's why when you're in culture, you're into culture, you're a performer. It's a good barometer. Il y a des mots que j'ai oubliés en anglais. Et les mots que je ne sais pas en français, alors j'ai pas de langue. J'adore parler en français aussi. Oui, les baromètres. They took away people's jobs. They fired people for not agreeing with what they said. They censored us for saying certain words. How many times did I got my account taken away from me on my social media for just saying something? You are breaching our standards. What are your bloody standards? Come on, I pay for this shit. I pay 16 euros and 50 cents a month for YouTubes. So I have a right to say my word, and so do you. Anybody that is not calling for the death of somebody and that has something reasonable to say should be able to say it. They shouldn't be counseling you because you said you have a cure for the illness, and they don't want people to know. It's something wrong. It's like the more they censor, you should be asking yourself, what are they trying to hide? Why are they saying fake news and information and misinformation? These are trying to confuse you. Misinformation. They're the ones giving you the misinformation. Go watch the mainstream media just to find out what they're lying about, okay? Yeah. That's so nice what you guys are saying. Thank you. That's wonderful. I think we'll do this again. Gee, I had no idea doing that. Been here for 2.5 hours. Nobody will ever watch this whole thing. Do you think? No. You can scroll through it and sort of watch it, and it's a first. Every time it's a new first time for me when I come back here. It's always scary. Like before I die, can I really go? What am I gonna do? And I'm like sweating and everything. Why aren't you people listening to me? Okay. Mark, have you been trying to say something? Yes, I'm listening to you, Mark. Right. They allowed themselves to do things. They broke the law. And they're the ones saying that there's no one above the law. And they're the ones that broke all the laws, forcing people to take medication that they, against their will. This is against the law. You can't do that. You can't just decide to go against the law because, no matter what, there are reasons. Look at what's happening. Look at what's happening now with this thing. It's just, that's devil. That's the devil. I mean, and then you're not supposed to take people's bank accounts away because they you can't accuse somebody of being a terrorist because they don't want to take a vaccine. You can't call somebody a Nazi because they want to get rid of corruption. It's just really a bad use of language, and it gives them reason to break the law, because they're calling the other ones a threat. They call the other ones the threat, so they break the law because there's this threat. There's a threat to democracy. There's a threat to health. There's a threat to this, and there's a threat to that. So in this case, we can break the law, but nobody's above the law. You know, what is that? Huh? Nobody's above the law, but they break the law. And they use the law. You know, he was right. Donald Trump was right. That's why I started to watch it. I started to see him every single day going into this court, and they had nothing on him. You know, they could not find anything. It was all made up stuff. And all of these people were paid by the Democratic Party to do what they did. And now they're trying to hide it. And it's just really, really bad. You know, we're going through some kind of Hitlerian nightmare right now. We've got Hitlerian nightmare right now. They're calling people who are not Hitler, and while they're being Hitler themselves. You know, those are the ones. Because if you really look at it, none of these people that they're calling names have done anything bad. You can't say that. You know, none of you can say that. You know, Donald Trump wants to make education for free. He wants college to be for free, so everybody can go to college. He wants to ameliorate. What's that an English word? He will. I believe if people would stop obstructing his ways, and they would start instructing themselves. Stop obstructing and start instructing. Get instructed and stop obstructing what's good for you. I feel like I'm talking to children that don't want to do something that's good for them because it doesn't seem they don't like it. But you know that if you insist, that in the end it will be good for them, that's what's good for them. And I feel that way. And I was like, all I can say is I could be wrong. We all could be wrong. But we know one thing. We know that the other people are who the other people are and what they're capable of, because they've been there for 30 years. We don't know that Trump is bad because he hasn't been there that long. I mean, he hasn't even been there 2 months. 2 months. 4 years and 2 months, and 4 years of being accused all the time of something or another. What president has had to go through that ever? Except Nixon. And I don't know what he did, Watergate. I think Watergate is like PP Gate compared to what the gate is now. I think the gate is a lot higher now in terms. I think Nixon, compared to what's been going on in the White House today, is just like PP caca talk. You know what I mean? I don't think it. You know, it's so. I don't know if it was all that. I don't know. I don't like all of the presidents I thought were horrible before. I'm going to go back and look at them again and see if they were as bad as I thought they were, you know, because I don't know Nixon, what he really did. I mean, maybe they said he was responsible for having all of the students protesting in the campuses shot at and killing people. And maybe he is responsible for these things that they said, but maybe he's not. Maybe it wasn't him. Gee, it's like questions. I'll tell you one thing. When I realized one thing really important, I went to Thailand in 1995, 1994, for 6 weeks. And I went to an island, and I wanted to do Tai Chi. So they said there's a Tai Chi school here on the island. I was on Koh Phangan. Koh Phangan. Have you been to Koh Phangan? Koh Phangan. Koh Phangan. I want to do outside. You want to do what I? Hi. You want to go swimming? You want to go swimming? Thailand. I love Thailand. I want to go back there. I don't know what it's like. God, I hope it's not been Islamicized. These guys, they're Buddhist, just like smiles. I don't know, last time I was there, I'll talk about that later, but so here's to tell you something about where you can check reality, okay? When you want to talk about icons, icon meaning that the human being has in his mind an icon, an image of something being the absolute image, meaning that thing. School, okay? What do you see? Do you see, if I see the word school, what do you see? Do you see a school? What do you see? Just ask yourself. School, okay? So they sent to me, there's a Tai Chi school on Hadrin. You know Hadrin? And so they showed me that there's this path to go. I think somebody went, yes, I went along a half an hour walk through the jungle on a path, and I arrive at this place on a plateau, I can't show you, a plateau like this, on top of the sea. And I see the sea on the horizon, and there are chickens and dogs and cats and just a sand floor, dirt floor, and some huts. And I'm like looking for the school. The school, that was the school. The school was this place where there was no building. It was a plateau like this, so people could do Tai Chi in this incredible open space with chickens around and huts and coconuts. And God, I'd love to go back there. That was so wild, walking a half an hour to get there and meditate twice a day. It was just a meditation walking there. Gee, it's time to go there again, huh? Or to go somewhere. Somewhere like that where you just like, you need to go somewhere and you need to go alone sometimes and just like find out who you are in that situation, how you deal with it, and check out what you think and what's reality. School, doctor, dentist, cup, food, everything. Then we get to the essential. That's the way we can look at words. Not to make them mean something different than what they mean. A school, what's a school? It's a place to learn. It's not a building, maybe you can say, right? Well, it's 1 o'clock in the morning here and I'm still on. I've been on since 9 o'clock. Is that incredible? Well, thank you forever, you guys, for being there. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your comments. And for those of you that encourage me, that feels so good. That's just the most wonderful thing that it's just like love to me. And I will look at the rest of the comments later, and then I'll write some down, and I'll bring them up in the next time. And I hope that you will see each other again. Power to the people. 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 Right. Power to the people. Right on. Hey.